Forever. Dog.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. What comes after the 1 in that? Then I start the show, I guess. I think it is time to start the show. Well. It's the best show. We're back again on another Tuesday night here. And I'm hearing some reverb. I'm hearing myself echo back a little bit. So whatever we can do to stop that. Please. So I says to myself, welcome to 2023, Best Show fans and friends. Not everybody's just a fan. Some people are just friends or co-workers or associates. So, yeah. We're just working through a little quickie thing here. We got a big show tonight. We got Jason Wallner, the director of Paul T. Goldman, is going to be in studio. That's the breakout show on the Peacock network that everybody is watching and enjoying over on Peacock. It's let me pop this down. Everybody loves it. It's great. It's unlike anything you've ever seen in your life. You will not believe it, and you got to catch up. If you're not up to speed on it yet, get up to speed on it. Over on Peacock. And then later in the show, the great comedian Sally Burtnik is going to be in studio. That's going to be amazing. Cannot wait to catch up with Sally and see what's been going on in Sally Land, as I call it. In the meantime, I says to you, why don't we begin the show? Can we start the show? When you're ready, I'm ready. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2023 on The Best Show. That's how we're doing it here, and it's a good time, and you're all having fun, right? We're all having fun, right? Everything's fun, right? No, it's fun. You don't need to be told it's fun. It is fun, and welcome! I says, welcome to 2023. It's the year we've all been waiting for, right? Is it? Remember, we're all waiting for this year? That's right. And it's here now. It's here. It's here. New Best Show, new setup. I got all kinds of crazy stuff ready for you. New crazy equipment. Got some crazy equipment. It's going to be fun. The phone number, 201-989-0012. That's the number to get in on the action if you want to be a part of the show tonight. And like I said earlier, we have a great one for you. We've got Jason Wallner, who you know. He directed Borat 2, and he directed Eagle Heart and wrote and created all these things and all sorts of other things. But now it is his crowning achievement, the project he's been working on for a decade, a long time. And full disclosure, I'm friends with Jason, even though you know that already. I'm getting, I think it's a good sign that I'm friends with somebody when their niece texts me over and over. I get texts from, God bless everybody. God bless the 2023. But they try to rein in the old text in there, Z-Man. I don't need a kid making fun of me on text when I'm in the middle of trying to do my thing. Penny, hey, it's Penny. What's up? Not much, Penny. I'm 7. Okay, still 7. Glad to hear it. No, I love everybody, and I'm just joking around. This is the 2023 humor I'm doing now. Now, Paul T. Goldman is the show. It's on Peacock, and it is amazing, and it's a mind-blowing experience. So we're going to talk all about that and other things. And then we have later in the show, Sally Burtnick's going to be here. Our friend from the East Coast is in studio. It'll be fun. And we got all sorts of other stuff. Again, phone number 201-989-0001-2 if you want to call up and say hi. First things first, somebody sent a stapler, an electric stapler to my house, unidentified. Electric stapler had, it's pink. It's very nice. It's a good looking stapler. People sending that to my house. It's a little spooky though. Get a stapler in the mail. No, hey, happy holidays. It's a stapler for you're always needing to staple things. I need to staple less than I've ever needed to staple in my life. And now I finally have an amazing stapler. I don't love an unidentified stapler showing up at my home, but there are worse things that could happen. There are better things that could happen, but a little spooky. Scale of 1 to 10, it's soft 4, hard 3 for how spooky that is. Right? Am I wrong? Get a little spooked by a stapler showing up? Nobody saying what it is? We got the gang on the phone here. We got Mike. Mike, are you here, Mike? Mike, is Mike?
Happy New Year, Tom.
Happy New Year. Right there. Right there. 50,000 points from Mike. Start the year fresh. 50,000 points. Mike,
telling Jason earlier, I almost called in sick.
Oh.
Had about a good 2 hours of retching before the show.
Okay. Usually you have 2 hours of retching after the show.
Yeah.
Mike,
real ab workout.
Why,
it's a real ab workout if people are unaware of that.
Mike, tell Tom the exact sentence you told me.
Yeah, I made the mistake of eating some Bob Evans leftover mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the Bob Evans brand of mashed potatoes?
Oh, I've seen Bob Evans in the old grocery store. Yeah.
They're great, actually.
How old were they? From Thanksgiving?
Well,
were they from Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I mean they were undercover, you know. They were in a container, so I thought they were safe. It wasn't like anything was falling into them. I don't know, about a week.
That should still be within the range of being edible, I would think.
Yeah.
No, they were fine until I had gotten them all down, and then they began to give me trouble.
Then they tapped on your. They knocked on the door and said, we're here, right? Hi, Mike.
Punching all the way down.
Hi, Mike.
Punching all the way down.
It's us, the mashed potatoes. We're here. How are your holidays, Mike? How are your holidays?
Okay, quiet, which is about the best I can do these days.
Yeah.
Quiet's good. I like quiet.
Good. You like quiet. I like quiet too. I like quiet.
Yeah.
And of course, the other voice we heard on the line is Jason Dudio Gore. How are you, Jason?
Did you get the stapler?
See that actually? Mike said Happy New Year.
Uh-huh.
You decided to play the creep who sent me the stapler, which was
Yeah.
on point. 50,000 points for you for that.
Thank you.
That shows you learned your lessons well at the UCB theater. That's a Harold.
Yeah.
And an Armando. That's an Armando, actually.
Yeah, everything I am, I owe it to the UCB theater.
Yeah. Are you going to sue them?
Yeah, probably.
You should. I'm
FanDuel in the process.
I'm suing them too. Best part of the UCB theaters when they were back and when the UCB during this is the first time and maybe only time in my life I've ever felt like, yeah, I'm not paying for this. Like I would literally, I made a decision that anytime I would go to the UCB theater in New York, I would just walk through and if I was seeing a show, I'd say, I'd go up to them and they'd be like, hey, is so-and-so here yet? And they're like, no, not yet. I'm like, oh, cool. I'll just wait for them and go and walk in. And
Just walk right in.
and nobody questioned you. They're kid. They don't care. These kids. Hey, buddy, you can't come in here. You don't care.
But Happy New Year, Tom. I do want
Thank
to
you.
say
Thank you.
that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate. How you feeling? Jason's under the weather. He's got some.
Yeah,
you doing all right?
I hurt my back. I hurt my
Mm-hmm.
back, and it's a really dumb way I did it. We have a new dresser in the bedroom
Mhm.
that I run into in the dark, and I kind of went full speed from my side of the bed and went right into the dresser with my shoulder and kind of twisted in a way that twisted everything up in my back.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry to hear that.
what can you do? I'd rather be there and
Sorry
not
to hear
on all these muscle relaxers. So
Yeah, well, I'd trade places with you.
or there on these muscle relaxers.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
You could do both.
just doling them out to
You
everybody.
could do both. Well, that's maybe you maybe don't distribute them to others. Just keep your own little thing and hold it on for yourself. Your own little pillsies.
Okay, I'll hold on to my.
Well, I'm
pills.
rooting for you to feel better. Hopefully, we
Thank
see next week.
I can't wait to be back in there.
Yeah, can't wait to see you. So, all right, it's good to hear. Pat is on assignment tonight. We have Andrew. How are you, Andrew?
Doing great, Tom.
I love it. This is the guy.
Can't complain.
They can't complain. This is what I want to hear. Not, oh, my back hurts. Oh, I ate mashed potatoes. It made me sick. I can't complain. 60,000 points
All right.
for Andrew.
That's what I like to hear.
I ate bad mashed potatoes. Oh, I tripped on a dresser. Take away all your points. You're very close to getting every point stripped from you. Well, guys, it's great. It's great to have everybody back, and we're gonna do it to it in 2023. Got big goals for the show. Big goals for best show. Going to talk more about it we'll talk more about it next week, because this week we got guests and we're pretty busy this week. So we'll get more into it next week. Just things I want to achieve on the show. There's stuff I want to do to make it special and better than any year we've ever done best show. Just so a lot of different things. We'll get specific next week. I will say this though. This is the big statement for the year. And this is truthful, and I mean this. We ain't joking with this. 2023. If the best show ain't the best, then I'm gonzo. Seriously, we're out. It's an old 23 skidoo, 2023 skidoo. And that is, you take that one to the bank. This is an official announcement to Forever Dog. Also, they don't know this, that if the show is not up to my quality standards, this coming December, it will be the end of the best show. And that is I got other stuff I'll do. If I can't get this to the highest level, I'm out the door. And that's not a threat to Forever Dog or to anybody. I'm just saying, if I can't deliver, man, bye. Also, I'm going to be selling some equipment. That's right, Best Show equipment. We got a board. We got other things. I'm going to list it on Instagram probably tomorrow. I'll list it on my Instagram at Scharpling. It's some Best Show equipment. Some Best Show equipment that we don't need. Stuff's new and in great shape, and I just want to move it on down the line before it gets before you know the way electronics go. Let's want to move it on while it's still hot and good. It's not hot. It's not stolen. It's good stuff. I'll list it tomorrow. There's a board. There's some phone system. If you were doing a thing, it's very specific, but it's a phone system. It's a lot of stuff, and I would appreciate it if you spread the word. You get the word around. I'm looking at this chat. I want to barf already. This is rough stuff, Jack, over at twitch.tv, Best Show 4, the number 4, Life.
Can I say something real quick, Tom?
I'm in the middle of talking now, actually.
No, I wanted to.
Oh, no. Okay. Oh, no.
I wanted
you
to
want to
piggyback on what you were saying about the equipment.
Well, I guess that goes to
this is Best Show. This is Best Show used equipment. We did the show on this equipment. So if you want a piece of Best Show lore, you can get it.
Point. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. No, I'm looking at the chat. I'm seeing you'll never stop doing this, threatening to leave since 2004. You know, there's a difference between every other version of Tom and 2023 Tom. 2023 Tom. I'm now like, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. The fuse blew in my head. The fuse blew. I don't know which way's up anymore. And the thing is, do I need this show? Yeah, of course I need this show. I need it. I love doing it. I've kept it alive for more times. I brought this thing back more times, keeping this show alive. But will I do it if we don't level up? I will stop doing it. And I swear to Jesus Christ, literally, Jesus Christ, I'm going to do it right now. Jesus Christ. If the Best Show does not get, hold on, let's start over, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, if I can't do the Best Show at the highest level for, no, that's wrong. Hold on. Start over. Do over. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't know how do you do it? Jesus Christ. Dear Jesus Christ. If I don't make the Best Show better than it's ever been in the calendar year of 2023 AD, I know time doesn't mean what it means to you, to us. 2023 AD. I'm ending the show. And you have every right, Jesus, every right. I'm giving you full permission to strike down with a lightning bolt everybody that works on the show. Everybody. All of them. Pat, Mike, Dudio.
Thank you, Tom.
Andrew, Brett Davis, Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio,
Oh my God.
Margot, Amy Gottschalk, Marcia, Newmont, everyone. You strike all of them down, and it'll just be me alone. It'll just be me alone. That's me betting on. That's me putting my money where my mouth is with the show. You strike them all down, Jesus.
Good.
I'll be left here, and I'll be the one suffering more in a way because I'm here without my 9 friends. Kind of like the Last Supper. Yeah. Let me go to the phones. But yeah. And also I want to talk about the movie of the year. I saw the movie of the year already. The race for what is the best movie of 2023, it's over. More on that in a minute. Best show, hello. Hello, best show.
What up, douche?
Oh, wait. Hey, who is this? Did I hang up on everybody? You got to be kidding me. What happened? My phone's. No, I was trying to. I heard somebody say, what up? And then it got muted. Are we muted now? Am I muted? Did I mute it?
What up,
there it is. Oh, I muted the thing. I'm sorry. We're just getting the phone set up here for. We're trying to get a lot of new tech going here for 2023. I apologize. Wait, but you do. What up, douche?
Do you know who this is?
I do know who this is, and now I actually wish I didn't. I was so apologetic, and now I don't feel like I need to be apologetic because this is
PLOPTRON 2024 in the Hisley.
You're in the Hisley. This is Darren Ploppleton, who's a guy I've been working with for way too long, a million years. No, welcome to the show, Darren. I'll welcome to the show.
Did you catch that I changed up my name?
You did say Ploptron 2024?
Yes. Yeah. See, little trick. You always make it the next year to make people think you're from the future.
That strangely makes sense.
Right? You know where I learned it?
Where did you learn that?
Turns out Abraham Lincoln had that in his first draft of the Gettysburg Address, but he took it out because he didn't want to seem that weird. Isn't that weird? It's crazy.
All right, what was the thing you said Lincoln took it out of the what?
The Gettysburg Address. Why?
The Gettysburg Address, Darren.
What is it? Gettysburg. Oh, that makes more sense now because it happened in Gettysburg, I guess. But yeah, I always thought it was the Gettysburg Address, like he needed the address of some birds that he really enjoyed seeing.
No, Darren, that's not what it is.
Okay. Hey, did I hear that you attacked Richard Kind recently?
That I attacked Richard Kind? No, I did.
Yes.
I did not attack Richard Kind. I moderated a Q&A with for the movie Clifford with Martin Short and Paul Flaherty, the director, and Richard Kind, the actor from the movie. Right. I did not attack him, though.
Well, I knew about that, but I read in Time Out Newbridge the other day that you tackled Richard Kind into a backstage iced seafood buffet after the showing, and then you held him face down in a giant chowder trough. Is that true?
Darren, that is not true. I did not hold. I was nothing but nice to the guy, and I had a great time talking to him.
Okay, well, I don't know. These reporters, they get their stories mixed up.
It's a little irritating, but
yeah. There's a cool article in that issue about this Johnny Depp Jeff Beck collaboration, which I just can't get enough of.
You can't get enough of it, huh? That Johnny Depp recorded an album with Jeff Beck. Oh yeah. Oh, it kicks ass, and I totally get why Johnny is quickly becoming the go-to axe master for all these icons. Why has he become the go-to axe master? Well, I mean, for his playing, they sure wouldn't hire him if he was just a movie star, right? No. He obviously has to be at the highest possible level. I think he is. Where if you just did a like a blind listening to it, you'd be like, which do you like better, A, B, or C? And he was one of the people who go, oh, that one. B. I like B better. It's like, A was Eric Clapton, and C was Tom Morello. But B was Johnny Edward Scissorhands Depp.
Hands down.
And
I heard that he's so good he plays with those scissor hands and he still sounds great.
That Johnny Depp literally has the scissor hands on stage.
Yes, yeah. He has some way of not cutting all the strings just the moment he touches them. Because you think they would just like snap in half, right?
You'd think it would immediately, he'd go on stage and be like, how's everybody doing? And suddenly, like, opening song, all 6 strings are clipped. Yeah. We'll be right back in a minute.
Yeah. Or, hang on 10 minutes later.
Yeah. He only brought 1 guitar also.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, he has no guitar tech and 1 guitar. He gets a pack of Ernie Ball strings out and starts stringing the guitar up on stage.
Every night.
Every multiple times a night.
He never learns.
While Jeff Beck watches.
Hey, mate, come on.
No,
I'll tell you.
Well, go ahead. What's that, Darren?
I was going to say, say what you will about Johnny Depp. I would kill for one of those diamond-studded wallet chains that he wears.
I never noticed his diamond-studded wallet chain.
Yeah. I mean, he's cool, right?
No, he's not.
Oh. Well, sometimes I can't tell who's cool and who isn't.
He's not.
Okay, well, like Elon Musk. I mean, he ticks all the cool boxes. He's super rich. He's even keeled. He's a good father. He's edgy but fair. But I've been hearing some rumblings. Do you know anything about?
He's terrible.
Oh. Well, I did the blue check mark thing. I bought one.
Oh God, really?
Yeah, $800 a month.
It's Darren. It's not $8. It's $8 a month.
Oh no!
What? Who's charging you $800 a month?
Well, let me see the email. Let me look at the. Oh no!
Why? Well, what's the email say?
I thought it was from Elon Musk, and I put in all my credit card number. I looked more closely. It says Elon Monster. Oh, crap.
Elon Monster.
Yeah, I got taken.
I think you did. That's one that's a hard one to miss.
It is. Hey, speaking of music, I had the greatest idea for a song the other day.
Yeah.
All I got is the chorus, but it goes like this. She's the kind of girl you see up there on the silver screen on the wrong side of town. Isn't that a cool twist?
She's the kind of girl you've seen up there on the silver screen on the wrong side of town.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you think I'm talking about a classic Hollywood actress like Julia Roberts, but then it turns out I'm actually talking about an actress who's basically doing the dark erotic fare, like, I don't know, like Crystal Keister or Nikki Nuggets or Angela Lansbury.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what was that last one you just said?
Angela Lansbury?
Angela Lansbury. That's Angela Lansbury was not an adult performer.
Oh, you don't know about this?
I don't.
Oh, well, you know how actors say, I do 2 for them and 1 for me. Like they'll do 2 kind of commercial ones for the
sure
the basics and then like an art one for themselves.
Yes, I know that concept. Yeah.
Same with her.
So she would do 2 like commercial films and then a film that was like an art film.
No, like for every Manchurian Candidate or The Greatest Story Ever Told, for them, there was another installment in the Depraved Adventures of Staff Army Nurse Claudette Dirty Leg series for her. Why?
I've never heard of that movie franchise.
Yeah. I don't think they're available anymore.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You've seen some of them?
I've just seen stills.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
still kind of beating the bushes, hoping they track one of them down, huh?
Oh no, the stills were so disturbing that I never want to see any
okay,
of it.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, they weren't even the dirty ones either. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's I did not know that about Angela Lansbury.
Well, now you do. My cool new voice.
Yeah, real cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of cool,
Yeah.
it was so cool of you to let me stop by the Best Show Christmas party a few weeks ago when I was in LA with my fiance Jasmine visiting her parents for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I want to thank you for not telling the Best Show gang how Jasmine and I actually met.
Well, I figured that was your business.
Thank you. You know, when some people hear about a guy falling in love with a dancer at a gentleman's club, they think it's a little tawdry, and they don't wait around to hear that she was dancing just to put her way through law school, which she just completed. So that's great. And I know you said it was officially a quote unhinged healthy obsession when I drove right next to her train all the way from Newbridge to Chicago when she went back to Northwestern, but as you can see, it all worked out for the best.
Yeah. Well, I mean, blessings for the two of you.
Namaste. Thank you. And
Yes.
I got to say, I loved meeting all those Best Show regulars like Brett, Chalky, Weird Tim, Billy Numchucks, Sheila Larson, Aerosmith Rob, the whole gang.
Mm-hmm. Well, we know how to have a good time.
You do.
It's a good group.
It is. But speaking of that, I got to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
You were really welcoming at first, but then you got kind of icy, and I just I hope it wasn't because I was doing parkour all over the place. Was it?
No, it was not the parkour.
All right. Well, I apologize. I realize I knocked over a couple things like your new computer and that cool fudge fountain Forever Dog rented for the party, but I don't know. I can't help it. I love doing parkour, and I think I'm great at it. And even after only doing it for a month, and I just want to share my gift with everybody.
Yeah, it's you're not great at it.
I'm not. What?
You're worse than somebody who would say I can't do parkour.
What do you mean?
Look, Darren, I'm not going to get into it. It was not It was not the parkour.
All right. Well, okay. I'm thinking. Was it because I asked you to sign that giant bawdy Christmas card for old man Dalrymple during your only bathroom break?
No, that's not what it was. I didn't enjoy that.
Well, see, I don't think you understood that when you angled it a certain way against the light, you could see the outline of Mrs. Claus' bosom. Did you see that?
I know I did. I figured the card out. Yeah, I was
Okay.
I was able to figure out the card, Darren.
Okay. Man, it's really odd that when you think about it, that Christmas didn't even exist when Dalrymple was born. Isn't that crazy?
Is that true?
Yeah, they say this last birthday was his 112th, but to be honest, Myrna in HR said she saw his birth parchment, and he's much older than that.
Older than 112.
Yeah. And this parchment is printed on a kind of bark that doesn't even exist anymore.
Wow. Okay. These are some interesting little developments.
So it wasn't the card, right?
No, it wasn't the card.
Look, this will sound really arrogant, but is it because I've become a YouTube sensation after my inclusion in the latest MAGA male Karens getting hilariously owned by teens video?
Wait, you're a YouTube sensation?
Yes, thank God you haven't seen it.
And what was the video called?
It's called MAGA male Karens getting hilariously owned by teens.
MAGA male Karen. So you are a male Karen, according to you.
MALE.
According to YouTube. Okay.
Yeah. And what sucks about it is I don't even agree with much of Trump says. I just love MAGA fashion. You know?
You love the fashion.
I do. The big flag shirts and the cool, huge hats. I just love how everything pops so hard.
Yeah. Well, Darren, it wasn't that either. It wasn't the MAGA fashion or your YouTube thing or your parkour or your stupid bawdy Christmas card.
Well, I'm really scratching my head here, Tom. What could it be? What is it?
Do you want to know? Do you really want to know?
I do.
Well, I got to say, I'm pretty irked that you took it upon yourself to hook your portable DJ system into the Best Show PA and just started playing music and stuff that only you wanted to hear.
What? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
That party was on flagrant fumes until I brought out Dance Blaster 69.
Darren, it was very selfish.
Well, I also take offense to you saying it was music only I wanted to hear. Newsflash, everyone loves dancing to the Bee Gees.
Yeah, no, Darren, people do like dancing to the Bee Gees. That is undeniable. I don't know how much they want to hear things that you were playing of the Bee Gees. You're playing like stuff from those late 60s albums. You played like 4 songs from the Cucumber Castle soundtrack.
Yes, and
those are not danceable songs. Bury Me Down by the River.
Look, Cucumber Castle and Odessa are albums every self-respecting music fan should know, and I'm actually lobbying congressmen to pass legislation making those albums required listening in Newbridge public schools. I want to call it the Gibb Initiative.
Who are you lobbying?
Congressman, you don't know your own congressman's name? Isn't it weird that his real last name is Congressman?
This is Darren.
Congressman Sean Y. Congressman. I mean, sure, it's another one of those names that sounds like a question, but
yeah,
it's like he was born to do the job, like like I don't know, Dino Sex, the drummer from the Murder Junkies.
Sure, he was exactly. Well, I'm not sure that's his last name. I doubt that the drummer from G.G. Allen's Murder Junkies, that his legal last name or his birth name was not Sex.
You're right. It isn't Sex.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, his real last name is Sex Positions. So he shortened it.
Now that I don't think he shortened it to make it like more commercial, or like you said, pop more with the.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
No,
but look, it was rude, and it really got under my skin.
Well, look, I'm not only a DJ, I'm an educator. Okay, I was teaching those power pop garage rock goons about other kinds of music for once in their lives.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you took it upon yourself. This was a chance for others to learn.
Absolutely, yes. And Tom, I'm also a creator. Did you hear any of my mix wizardry?
Any of your mix wizardry? No, I didn't.
Oh my God, you missed when I worked in that, I want to say, Milton soundbite that you guys love so much into Todd Rundgren's Bang on the Drum All Day. You didn't hear that?
I didn't catch that. I mean, I saw you were doing certain things. I was so irritated by how you were doing them that I just
like what? Like what specific? Because I was doing some cool stuff.
Yeah, you were not. It was. I'm trying to think.
When I was doing with my scarf.
You kept when you kept swinging your scarf around.
Yeah.
No,
I was doing something else with it too.
Yeah, I didn't like you were using it like a towel.
Yes. I thought that was cool. I saw some people laugh.
Well, they might have been laughing. That doesn't mean that they thought it was cool.
What a Deborah Downer you are tonight.
Not a Deborah. Okay, not a Deborah Downer.
Hey, speaking of being a downer, why didn't you go to the after show at Jake Fogelnest Man Cave? It was a total blast.
I didn't. I just by that point I just kind of wanted to just go home.
Oh, you missed it. What a place. It's like if Alan Carr owned CBGB.
Well, that actually makes a fair amount of sense.
Doesn't it?
I think, yeah, that might be Jake.
Yeah. Oh my God. He has Fred Berry's rerun beret and Diane Lane's Fabulous Stains red negligee in a glass case right next to Boo Boo Kitty.
He's got some impressive stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God, we had such a blast. We listened to the Times Square soundtrack and then we watched Bosom Buddies outtakes until dawn. And I'll tell you, I never knew there was an episode where Donna Dixon's then boyfriend, Paul Stanley from Kiss, he played an escaped heavy metal maniac who changes his appearance by sewing Peter Scolari's face over his own. Isn't that crazy? It only aired once.
That is pretty intense for a crowd pleasing, fun family sitcom like Bosom Buddies.
Yeah. And this episode was called Face the Music, which by coincidence is also the name of each Kiss member's autobiography.
They all decided to use Face the Music to tell their story. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, but there must have been 150 of us in that Jake cave, and it was fun. We started this betting pool on what Jake and Deb's child is going to be named.
Okay, we've talked about that on the air before. Yeah.
Okay, well I have 4 guesses, and I think one of them is definitely going to be it.
Okay, I'd love it. What are they?
Hemphill.
We'll say that one again.
Hemphill.
What does that mean?
Shirley Hemphill?
Oh, from What's Happening?
Yes.
Sure. Okay.
Dee
Dee being
Dee Dee Ramone.
Dee Dee Ramone. Okay, that's what I thought.
Or Dee Dee Sharp Gamble of Mashed Potatoes time fame.
Okay.
Mashed Potatoes time fame. Hey, speaking of weird phrases, I said a phrase the other day that I don't think has ever been said before on Earth.
Really? Well, what was it?
Yeah. My old kids.
My old kids?
Yes.
What context could you say that?
Well, that's the thing. I feel like there's only 2, and they're both really bad. Like, they're really negative, and you wouldn't say them. One is, like, if you were, like, Dalrymple could technically get away with that because he could be 300 years old, and his kids are old if they're still alive. So he could technically say, my old kids. Or it's like a parent who has new kids, has moved away from his old family, but he still wouldn't call them his old kids. So
Yeah,
it makes you think, don't it?
It does make you think.
Yeah.
It does make you think.
Yeah. So I have 2 other guesses for this child's name.
Okay, what are they?
Times Square.
Times Square, okay.
And this is the one.
Yeah.
This is going to be it.
This is the one you feel
Ready?
it's the winner.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Lou Adler Fogelnest.
I kind of think you I got to agree with you.
It's it. I think I'm going to win that $18,000 pool.
$18,000 betting pool, really?
Yeah, you should have been there.
I should have been. Ugh.
I know. Hey, so Jake also told us about the biopic that he wrote on the origin story of horror film master Trenell Strauss.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
It's pretty secret. He's a little miffed because he's been working on this thing in secret for years, and just before it goes into publication, that young Spielberg biopic comes out, and even the titles are similar.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's the title of the one that Jake was working on?
Well, Spielberg's is called The Fablesman, right?
The Fablesman.
Yeah. And Jake's Trenell Strauss film is called The Table Sawsman.
Okay, so the Fablemans.
Fableman. Is it Fablesman or Fablemans?
Fablemans.
Okay.
The last name is Fableman, and there are more than one of them.
Deliciously unwieldy title.
Yeah. 3 for the Fablemans, please.
3 for Fablemans, please.
3 for Fablemans? Hey, what time's Fablemans? Hey, what time's the next showing of Fablemans? What? Fablemans. Fablemans. What's the next showing? Hey, what's the next showing of Fablemans? Darren,
I think this could be a movie, right?
This call right now, this part of somebody at a movie theater box office is not saying the name The Fablemans too quickly. I don't know if that's a movie.
Yeah, it's called Movie Mouthfuls.
Well, look, movie mouthfuls. I'd see it.
I know. I'm talking to a man who saw basketball before it opened, but I think you would still like this.
I think I might see it. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, he also had a screener of that new Strauss-produced reality show that's going to be on that new network, Shout Macabre. You heard about this?
I heard a little inklings about this. What is the network called? Shout Macabre.
Macabre. Yeah. Well, this show is called Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
Lara Croft Tomb Raider. Well, that's already been a movie.
Oh, no, Tom, you misheard. It's called Lara Croft, Laura.
Sure.
Kroft.
Yes, that's how the movie was spelled. And then Tomb is Tomb.
Yes, and Rater is spelled Rater.
Oh, Rater, not Raider.
Yes. No. Want a log line?
I God help me, yes, I would like a log line.
A goth lady named Lara Croft goes to graveyards, opens up tombs, and rates them on a scale of 1 to 10 coffin rats.
I think I'd watch that.
Right?
Yeah. I guess I'm going to need to get a subscription to Shout Macabre.
Macabre, I know.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of movies.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Elvis yet, but I really hope it addresses that weird period where the Colonel had Elvis doing songs about things he hoped to capitalize on or things he hoped would become popular somewhere down the line.
Like what songs are those?
Well, these songs, as far as I can tell, were never released, but he had him record just like assembly line style these songs, and the songs were awful, and they all kind of had the same melody. I can only remember a couple of them, but they were like, one was like, they were all kind of like peppy like that. They call it stir fry. A tasty treat from the East. They call it stir fry.
And that's
Isn't that
it?
crazy? Well, that's the chorus. And there was another one that was like, Sputnik. It's going up into space. Sputnik puts a smile on your face. Pretty terrible, right?
Those are bad. Yeah.
They're really bad. It gets worse.
It gets, okay. How does it get worse?
There were other songs that were incredibly generic and like incredibly baffling also. Like there was no need for them to exist.
Okay. Like what?
Like
what?
It was a movie. Greatest thing you've ever seen. It was a movie. Moving images on a screen. It's pretty stupid, right?
No, that's incredibly stupid. So it's not even about a specific movie. It's just
no. Yeah.
It's just like about the Colonel. It's about any movie.
Yeah, the Colonel, I guess the Colonel didn't know that movies were actually popular.
That this was he wanted Elvis to record songs about things that he thought that he didn't realize were actually popular.
Yes, yeah. The worst one was drink a beverage to quench your thirst. Have some water or a delicious squirt. Squirt was a lemony drink, I guess, back then.
A squirt. I can't believe Squirt was around by that at that early date.
I know. I think it was, but it totally jibes with those rumors that you've always heard about Colonel Tom being in the pocket of Big Cola, right?
I have heard those. I think that was a big part of the Greil Marcus book.
Yes, yeah. And from what I'm hearing, Tom Hanks doesn't wear any makeup in that movie. Like that's all him.
No, Darren, it can't be.
Oh,
Darren, he's clearly wearing a lot of makeup.
Oh, I heard he was just on like a burger and cigarette diet for 8 months.
That got him to that point. No,
yes.
There's definitely some makeup there.
Hollywood magic, right?
Yeah, Hollywood magic.
Hey, speaking of, getting back, oh my God, getting back to Newbridge, we had the worst time getting home from LAX. Our flight got diverted to Albuquerque.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, it was a night, and of course it was at like 11 p.m. And
mm-hmm.
Of course, there's one hotel room left near the airport, just one, and so we ended up sharing this hotel room, Jasmine and I. You're never going to believe who we shared it with.
Who?
Patti Smith. And I'm not talking Patti Smythe, the singer of that band Scandal you tried to get all of us to go see all those times back in the 80s, but the Patti Smith who was married to one of the guys in the MC5.
Yeah.
Oh, man, she was so cool. We all treated it like it was a camping trip, and she was so easygoing. It was so cool, and we were just we gabbed all night, and we asked her all these questions, and she was so forthcoming. And oh my God, you'll love this. At one point, Jasmine asked her if she ever had any interaction with any like weird fans or whatever, and she told the most incredible story about. You're not going to believe this. This guy.
I don't like
gets in an elevator with her and basically attacks her because she never saw Foghat play.
No, that's not the story.
I know it sounds crazy, but then she said at one point this guy who, the way she described him was more of a full-on creature. He started whipping her with the strap of this King Crimson backpack. Said it really stung.
That didn't happen. It's me that you're making fun of, that Patti Smith was making fun of.
You saw it happen?
No, I was the guy, and it wasn't Foghat. It was Humble Pie, and nobody got whipped or hurt or attacked or anything. I just got humiliated by asking a dopey question.
Well, now I'm going to burn all my Patti Smith cassettes. Well, now that she's a liar.
She's not. Well, you don't have to do that either. No, we don't need extreme actions here.
Ugh, that stinks because it was a fun night. It was a really fun night. And the next morning we all said our goodbyes and we called our flights. And I tell you that whole experience was exactly like planes, trains, and automobiles, but with only one mode of transportation, and there was only one hotel. And well, now I think about nothing really crazy happened either.
Yeah, it sounds like the only thing that it had in common with planes, trains, and automobiles was any sort of travel.
I think you're right. You know what's a line that doesn't get enough praise?
What's that?
I think it's in that movie. Ask me how cold it is. No, ask me what the temperature is.
Oh, Darren, I know this one already, but here we go. What's the temperature?
1.
Is it 1 or 2?
Oh, is it 2?
For some reason, I thought it was 2.
2's maybe funnier.
I think 2 is funnier.
2. Ask me again.
What's the temperature?
No, say it like. What's the temperature?
So my acting, I'm not giving you a proper. Okay, here we go. What's the temperature?
2.
Well, no, your read is bad on it.
Well, no, I was like questioning, like it was. I don't know is implied in my up speak. 2.
Okay.
How should I read it? How should I do it?
I think you got to say it like two is not
All right,
a question.
I'll do you. I'll do you.
Okay.
I'll be you for a while, and you be me.
Great.
What was the line again? Line.
Line. We're not acting. You called it my show. This is not an acting class. You're not on set to yell
fair
out
enough.
line.
Fair enough.
What was
Fair
the
enough.
What was the temperature? That's the line.
Okay. No, here's what the line is. Here's what the line is. This is exactly what it is. This is why it sucks so hard. All right. I'm doing the setup line right now. How cold do you think it is?
2.
And scene. That was great.
Yeah. There it was. It was. Yeah. Well, we did it.
Hey, speaking of transportation, did I hear that your car was broken into, but they didn't steal anything?
It was on Christmas morning. Yeah.
Oh my God. I told you. How long ago did I tell you being into stuff no one else likes would eventually pay off for you?
I don't want to think about it that way, Darren.
Well,
But
you were so paranoid about someone breaking into your house and stealing your collection of SCTV VHS tapes that you've been keeping it in your trunk all these years, and it didn't get stolen. Pretty
it didn't
cool.
get stolen. That's true. That is true. Yeah.
So you're lucky.
I guess I am. It was probably like the movie It's a Wonderful Life in a way, but about somebody getting their car broken into and rifled through rather than any other aspect of It's a Wonderful Life.
Well, it shows you that the crime's not as bad as we hear it is out there.
That's
no.
Look, I don't know. I don't know if crime's as bad as it was. I don't know. I just know. Look, it was not the end of the world that my car got broken into, but it also was not nothing.
All right. Wow, rats. Because I'm coming back there in a week.
Okay.
Yeah, to Lipstick City.
What's bringing you back?
Well, I really found my tribe out there.
Okay. How?
Yeah.
Where? How so?
Well, Jasmine got me to go along with her to church, and I just loved everything about it. It was so uplifting, and I just felt so positive after I went, and I'm going to really make that a big part of my life.
You're going to make church a big part of your life. That's very interesting.
Yeah, the church is called Scientology, Tom, and I'm all in.
There. Okay. I knew there had to be something.
Well, yeah, it's pretty cool. And hey, I got to run in a second, but real quick, remember that thing you said you used to do where you tell yourself you were going to go to Best Buy and return something you bought there without having to over-explain or apologize for it, but then the second you got to the counter, you did just that?
Yeah, I would start rambling and giving way too many details that no one was interested in.
Yes. Well, Jasmine told me I do something very similar that I wasn't really aware of.
Okay. What do you do?
Every time I need to use a public restroom,
Yeah.
whether it's a gas station, a restaurant, or like a concert hall or something,
Yeah.
I have to tell the nearest person around who I think is in charge that I'm only going to wash my hands.
Yeah, that's weird. That's a weird one.
Even if I really have to go, like there's been a couple times when I have like pulled up to a gas station, car still pretty much driving. I jump out of the car. I got to pee so bad. And I run around the store trying to find the person that works there to tell them that I'm only going to wash my hands.
Rather than just run into the bathroom.
Yeah. Very weird, right?
Very weird. Very
Yeah,
weird.
I said it to a squirrel once before I went into the woods to pee.
You told a squirrel did you have to find the squirrel?
No, he was just standing right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you still said, "Hey, I just got to wash my hands."
Yeah, he was eating a peanut butter cup.
In the woods. You had to wash your hands.
Yeah.
And he was eating a peanut butter cup. How did a squirrel get a
Well, I guess they went off date in the convenience store, and maybe they dump them. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I don't know, Darren.
Yeah, I don't. Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
What?
Oh my God. Well, I guess what they say about the best show being the favorite podcast of organized religion's most diminutive yet rabid leader is true.
Why is that?
Oh no. David Miscavige's helicopter is hovering over our yurt. Tom, did I tell you that I signed my house over to the church and Jasmine and my kids and her kids live in a 10 by 20 yurt in the shrubs out by Foot Locker Pond?
You mentioned nothing about a yurt.
Oh, hey, speaking of, I don't know if you're looking for them, but they just got in a shipment of those Air Biafras everybody wants.
The what?
Air Biafras at Foot Locker Punk?
I didn't know about. Okay, what are those? The Jello Biafra sneakers?
No, they're named after the other Biafra that's punk adjacent.
Oh, okay, I get it. Ha ha. Yeah, okay, you're right. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's wrong for me to be busting your bees when I'm about to get slapped on my haunches for the next 18 hours.
I'm glad you're focusing on sticking it to me that I asked a question, almost basically rhetorical question.
I know it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's very wrong. And anyway, Mr. Miscavige must have been listening to our Gab Fest, and he heard me talking about playing Bee Gees records, and he hates them.
He hates the Bee Gees?
Yeah, he says they forbade Travolta from using Tragedy in Battlefield Earth.
Okay. So he's been mad ever since.
Yes. So they did let him use More Than a Woman, though.
In the movie Battlefield Earth.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
It's the love theme from Battlefield Earth.
I didn't know that.
Yes, yeah. Oh. All right, well, I gotta go, and I'm told by everyone that I just need to suck it up and get slapped. All right, so it's gonna happen.
Well, I hope you're okay, Darren, and I'll see you back at work.
Ow!
Oh, there. Okay. You're right. You okay? I don't think we're.
What hurts most is that he's 3'8".
There you go. Careful.
All right. Bye-bye. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Darren checking in. Let's listen to some music, and then we'll be back with our guest, Paul T. Goldman director, Jason Wallner. Here's ESG. Oh, it's ESG. Everybody loves ESG, right? That's from their South Bronx Story collection from a long time ago. The ESG's back around. I think they're playing out here very soon. I think it's their farewell. Everybody loves ESG. Bye, ESG. That was UFO, which you have heard sampled all over the place, right? 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 No? Nobody knows? Okay. Oh, whatever. It's been sampled. Trust me. It was on Public Enemy's sampled it before. I know that. Well, let me just look at the phone situation here. I gotta shut that off. Do boop. Ooh, look at all these calls. Look at all these calls. We'll talk to people in a little bit. Hang tight. We'll take this one quick call, and then we'll bring our guest in. Jason Wallner. Best show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, who's this?
This is Old Butterscotch.
Old Butterscotch. How are you, Old Butterscotch? And that's a name I gave you, isn't it?
Yeah, we worked it out on the air together.
What was your name before we came up with Old Butterscotch? Bill?
It's
Keith,
Woody.
Woody. Yeah, I like Old Butterscotch a lot
That's
better.
Right. Yeah, it really has stuck.
What's going on, Old Butterscotch?
Oh, I open phone, so I thought I'd say hi, but also I have an update. The last time that I called, I was in some distress. I had a problem at work. I don't know if you remember that at all.
Oh, I've been on the edge of my seat with this. Of course. I'm thrilling to every exploit in your life, Old Butterscotch. What? No, what was the story again? Refresh. Of course I remember, but for the sake of the listeners who Oh boy,
Yeah,
you're having a
I
good
mean, for
time.
everybody else, there's new listeners out there who have been following this saga, this 3-minute thing that happened months ago. I walked out on my job because my boss was being terrible, and then I came home early and I got to call into the Best Show, and I told you about it, and I sent an email to the HR department talking to them about what had happened.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what happened the next morning, Tom?
You got fired.
No.
What?
My
What
boss
happened?
got fired.
Your boss got fired.
Yeah. It was insane.
Is this a good thing? Are you happy?
Oh, I was. Well, it was bizarre. I mean, like.
Now, what did they do to you again? What did this boss do to you? What did this boss do to you?
They were like they were being a bully, and they were being nasty to the other people who worked there. Like, we were on a night shift, and there were only a few of us, and she was our supervisor. But I think it was a situation where the day shift people were never around to see what she was doing, and just kind of belittling, being mean to people.
What's the worst thing she did to you? What's the worst thing she did to you?
Worst thing she did to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she like what was it? But she did.
Can't think of anything.
Like, she'd yell at you from across the room to tell you how bad you are. So she told me I had made some mistake, and she said that I was too slow to be making mistakes.
Too slow to be making mistakes.
Yeah, I guess it was like, well, you know, if you're gonna go this slow, then you better get everything right, kind of thing. Like, you know, it was like a double insult.
Mm-hmm. So that was the worst thing she ever said to you. Maybe we gotta get your boss back. I'm sorry. Bring back the boss. Bring back the boss. I've never laughed as much as you just laughed. Seriously, old Butterscotch? I've never laughed as much as you just laughed right now. I've never heard anything as funny as me saying this C-level stuff I'm saying tonight, and you went. I've never laughed that hard. The only time I ever laughed that hard, one time I saw a comedian running up a hill at a pool party, and it was at night, and then they didn't realize there was a screen door, and they bounced off the screen and went down the hill. Funny. I was maybe the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was one of the UCB 4. I'm not going to name which one. Not Amy Poehler.
Sounds good.
Not Matt Besser. Not Ian Roberts. Still funny. It was like the equivalent of when Daffy Duck goes like through a wall, and like the wall is like the silhouette of where it was that.
Oh,
it was like that, but in real life.
Yeah.
So, old Butterscotch, so now you're at work. You got no boss. Now, when the cat's away, the mice will play. What are you guys doing there? How are you getting through the day? Oh my God, this laughing. It's now. I feel like you're controlling me with this laughter. I feel like it's oppressive.
I'll try.
No. Go ahead. It reminds me. It's like I'm seeing Problem Child, and you're in the theater. It's like Cape Fear. So you're Robert De Niro watching Problem Child. Go ahead. So now you're alone at work.
A high compliment.
What's going on?
Yeah. So, well, anyway, she got fired, and then like it was. I went in, and people like just kept coming up to me thanking me.
Mm-hmm.
It was completely. It was bizarre. It was like all somebody needed to do was write a letter, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess everybody's like verbal complaints were not good enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, I quit that job anyway because I got a better job. I had already been applying to other jobs because it sucked.
So you quit, and then you were just like
a too little. It was like they fired her because I complained, and then I quit anyway. So I guess it didn't work out great for anybody.
Yeah, seems like you threw a bomb in the thing and ran. You just blew up the job. The whole company's probably going to go under now.
Yeah, I'm a saboteur.
Yeah, you are a saboteur. Do you like the movie Saboteur?
I destroyed it from the inside.
You ever see that movie Saboteur by Alfred Hitchcock?
I don't think so.
Alfred Hitchcock did a movie called Saboteur. And here's my review of it. It sucks. It's an old black and white movie.
Oh, okay.
No need for it. Delete it. We could use that hard drive space for something else. Erase every copy of Saboteur and both 39 steps. Seriously, that guy might have had the lowest batting average of any director ever. Alfred Hitchcock. It's like 2 good movies and 58 bad ones. Name 3 good Alfred Hitchcock movies, and I'll name 8 bad ones.
All right. I've got Vertigo.
Vertigo is not very good. I'm so sorry to say. I know there's a whole cult around it. It's not very good.
Well, it's not I like probably Strangers on the Train.
Strangers on the Train.
North by Northwest. Do you like that one?
Which one?
North by Northwest.
Oh, the one where they run up Abraham Lincoln's nose? That one?
Yeah.
The one where you got to watch, what's his face, run from a plane. It's like that movie's like 3 good scenes and 2.5 hours of watching somebody buy a train ticket. We gotta get a plane ticket. Now, the only movie I like Cary Grant in is Judy, Judy, Judy. Is my favorite Cary Grant movie. North by Northwest, watch him run through a field. Crop duster chasing you. First of all, let's say this right now. If I was getting chased down by a crop duster, it's the easiest thing in the world to get away from. Just run backwards. Literally, just stop and turn or go run backwards. It's the easiest thing to get away from. How? Just think, am I wrong? If suddenly a crop duster came following me, I would just run the other way. And it would take him a half mile to come back and find me. And you know what I'd do then? I'd run backwards again. Run in a straight line through an empty field. You deserve to get mowed down.
Yeah, this puts the English patient in a different light as well.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. I'm getting around to it, making my way through it. Just watched Smell a Sense of Snow. I'm making my way through all the movies like that that they make only for awards that don't win awards. Although that did win awards.
That did win awards. But have you seen Ripley, Talented Mr. Ripley though?
What? What are we litigating the Anthony Minghella catalog now? We're talking about Hitchcock.
I was just gonna say if you've seen Ripley, then you're good on Minghella, I think.
Yeah, I gotta hang up on you. Seriously, you just are doing your own thing here, and God bless you. But I'm doing a different thing at the same time, and it's called The Best Show. You are totally welcome to do the thing you are doing, just not on my show. Is that fair?
That's fair, Tom.
Yeah. So what's going on for 2023, my friend?
Working my new job, and I'm thinking about getting into watch restoration.
Bury the lead much? Watch restoration, you say?
Yeah.
What happened? There's no more room collecting stamps? All right, get off my phone. God bless you. Get off my phone. So, we all know what Peacock is. Of course, everybody knows what Peacock is. We've all got our subscriptions. We've thrilled to The Office and all the rest. But if you don't know what Peacock is, I'm telling you right now, you go get a Peacock subscription, because the greatest show is now on Peacock, and it's happening in real time. There's still 2 more episodes to go. It's called Paul T. Goldman. And I'm not exaggerating when I say it is truly unlike anything anyone has ever seen before. Don't shake your head. Yes, you're on the payroll. H-man. It's like, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's your brother. Of course you're supposed to think it's good. No, but it is good. It's better than good. I don't know why you'd only say it was good. It's great. It's a little insulting to your family. But look, you do you. No, it's called Paul T. Goldman. It is conceived and directed and produced by the amazing Jason Wallner, who is in the studio tonight. How are you?
I'm good, Tom.
Good.
How are you?
I'm good.
Am I
You're
all right?
good.
Thanks.
You're all right,
Thanks.
yeah.
I'm so happy to be here.
No, thanks for having.
great to
Thanks
see
for
you.
coming in. It's exciting. You're on the show now. This is the first time on
this coast.
It's the first time on this coast you've been on the show, right?
Yeah, it's the first time I've been on mic in this studio.
Yeah,
It's very exciting.
just, that's the
See the-
camera right
should
there.
I?
You can
Yeah,
look.
I can
You
face.
can. You can
be
shade
more
that way.
sideways.
Yeah. And you're not getting anywhere near the camera.
I think
No.
there's an offer code that I heard on another podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Goldman, 3
Okay.
months of Peacock, $2.99 a month.
Okay. Well, then that'll get you to the finish line on the show because it's 6 episodes.
6 episodes. We have 2 more weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You can do whatever you want if you want to keep Peacock after that.
Now maybe you fall in love with it. Who knows?
Maybe.
This show, Paul T. Goldman, and I'm not joking when I tell people this. It's you've been doing this for over a decade.
I've been working on it for 10 years. I've been shooting it off and on for the last 10 years.
Yeah. And if you had to give somebody the short version of what it's about, I'm sure that's tricky because there's always you're leaving out 3 elements for everyone you say. You're leaving something out.
I should be good at this by now. I'm not. It's a series about a man telling his story, which involves him marrying a woman who he found out later had a secret double life, and the actions he took after he found that out.
Yeah, and it's you. He wrote this guy Paul T. Goldman.
Paul tweeted at me in 2012.
Yeah,
and he said, "I have an amazing story to tell. Will you help me film it?" It was a movie at the time. He said the screenplay is written. Read my book, and the screenplay is all ready. And I wasn't the only person he tweeted at. He had said that to hundreds of other people on Twitter.
He tweeted like at everybody who had like a check mark.
Yeah, I thought at first
like-
it was like everyone who it said director somewhere in their bio, but then we looked at it for the show because we actually this coming week gets into that a little bit, and you see I screen grabbed all the people he tweeted at. It was like people like Hugh Hefner. So
yeah.
it was really he was just throwing it out. He was knocking on doors, and I answered.
And he was saying, "Hey, I wrote a book, and I think it's a story that should be told."
He said, "I have an incredible story. I wrote a book and I wrote a screenplay, and will you help me make it?" And so I went to, he had a website. It was duplicityonline.com. The book is called Duplicity, A True Story of Crime and Deceit. And he had a video that he had shot himself detailing his story, and I became very fascinated and interested in this man.
And then then there was the idea at some point was that, yes, we'll tell the story. And since it's such a singular story, and you correct me if I'm wrong, it just seems like it's like he is the story.
Yeah, I eventually kind of watched him quietly. I wanted to make sure I didn't think he was nuts or dangerous or whatever before I engaged with him, or that the story was too sad, or and then eventually a few months later kind of determined I felt like it was worth pursuing, and so I reached out to him. He was living not far from LA. He was living in a place called Newport Beach, and I met with him at a cheesecake factory.
Sure.
And
Do you remember what you got?
I think I probably just got like a salad.
Okay.
and I think I needed to figure this out for the show. I think he got some kind of
Avocado egg rolls.
I think it was like a turkey club sandwich or something like that.
Okay.
And we met for about an hour.
Fries.
I was probably trying to avoid fries. I imagine he got fries.
He probably got fries with a turkey club.
Yeah, I think so. Probably.
Palmer,
yeah. He
maybe.
likes, he enjoys, he loves In-N-Out. His favorite thing is a double from In-N-Out. He gets them multiple times a day when he's out when he's been out in LA shooting and doing, he did Jimmy Kimmel a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
He's at In-N-Out a lot. So he enjoys, good, tasty food.
Sure.
But he, I was just like, I think the best way to do this is have Paul star as himself, but I also didn't want it to be like a prank or mean-spirited. He's not a trained actor. I knew it would be not a traditional move. And so
it's fun. It's fun seeing him do it, but he is it's not like it's not a hidden camera thing. He wrote the thing. He's acting out the thing that he wrote.
He wrote it, and I thought very early on that would be the way I wanted to do it, but it didn't happen until about 2 years later. We were out in LA doing auditions. He'd moved back to Florida. We flew him back to LA to audition actors to maybe play him and to play his ex-wife. And then he was reading with the wives. And then when he was doing it, he just looked at the camera and started talking to the camera.
Okay.
And he's like, "What do you think of that?" I was like, "That's great." Because the whole idea was just kind of follow any of his whims or how he wanted to tell his story. It was all about kind of looking into his brain. And that day, he kind of, I think, half jokingly mentioned maybe I could play Paul.
Yeah.
And that was already, I just kind of was hoping he would arrive there on his own. And I don't think he was totally serious because he didn't, who would think they could do that?
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, maybe you could, maybe you could. And then he got excited about the idea. But every step along the way, I was kind of waiting for him to arrive at things I already had kind of had ideas about.
Sure. But the thing with him is he is incredibly good on camera. He really is.
I think so. I love watching him, and it's not just because it's like a so bad it's good.
No.
thing.
I'm saying like when he's acting, it's sometimes it's better than other times.
Sure.
But it's his. But when he's addressing the camera. Like, he holds the camera.
He's extremely charismatic.
Yes.
Yeah, the interview that we did that kind of ties the whole show together against that, like, blue-gray background, that was in 2014. That was over 2 days, 11 hours of interviews. And we did, like, a fake, like, Errol Morris Interrotron thing where we had a little monitor and he could see my face and he just held the camera and talked for 11 hours and told his whole story. And
which is an incredibly tricky thing that most people don't have that.
I couldn't do that. I wouldn't want to do that.
To actually talk to the camera as if you're just in conversation it's a tricky thing.
Yeah, and he was just extremely confident and has such a sense of self, and you can see there's all these moments on set. He's just he's just fully himself. He has no sense of shame. He has no guile. And everyone really liked him on set. That was the other thing is like, and I wanted to show how everyone got along with him. And, I wanted to look at all sides of Paul, but by no means for this to be an attack on Paul or like a freak show or just to be laughing at him. I understand there are things that are funny, I think, but also to me, there's a lot it goes a lot more interesting, to interesting places than that, hopefully.
Yeah. And look, I have the advantage of having seen all of them, and it's one of the craziest rides that there has ever been, because if people were to write down after they watch episode 1, they go, "Oh, this is what I think this is going to be," and then they fold it and put it in a thing. Then they watch episode 2, like, "Oh, well, that wasn't anything like I thought it was, but here's what I think episode 3 is going to be." They write that, throw that out too. Every time they'd have to throw it out. And especially you could write one halfway through episode 6 and you'd be wrong.
That's true. Yeah, episode 6 is a lot going on. And the finale is an hour long. There's a lot to it.
Mm-hmm. No, it's it's funny, it's intriguing, it's thrilling. You're doing all these things. It's like a true high wire act for you to keep all of these things happening simultaneously. It's really impressive.
Oh, thank you.
And But it's just entertaining also because you're following this guy and you're realizing that this guy, just like everybody else, is not perfect, and he's got his good things and his less good things, and that's just a part of his journey through his own life that he's kind of now he's taking a tour through his own life at the same time you're telling him you're filming him taking us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No. And we all have moments we're not proud of, and we all have moments people would laugh at. And I tried to kind of get all sides of it with this. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, some people would say like not getting somebody to do a voice on a popular cartoon they worked on after years, even though they were completely qualified. That would be like a
less shining moment, something you're
like
less proud of.
A stain on their history, not naming names, or somebody else would say having their 7-year-old text an adult over and over, just engaging in conversation. That would be a thing. We all have them. We all have.
Well, some of us, maybe not everyone. Maybe only people in my family.
No, look,
and Paul T. Goldman.
And Paul T. Goldman. No, it's really what have been the things, because as you told me about this back when this dude was tweeting.
Probably, the very beginning. I
remember hearing about it then. You're like, I got his book. The book is legitimately exciting, and I'm going toward this. Like, it was like, because Paul is going on an adventure in a way, putting himself out of his comfort zone in certain ways.
Absolutely.
But the reality of the matter is, so are you. This thing has been, and I could say as a spectator to your life over the last 10 years, you have been as much on a ride as anybody is on this, not knowing what the next thing is going to be.
I mean, people watch the show. Some people's reaction is that Paul is delusional. For me to take a tweet in a book and say I want to wrap a project that will cost millions of dollars around this guy because I'm obsessed with him and his story is equally delusional as anything that I show Paul doing in the show. This is a completely I mean, my favorite things are those that you watch and you just can't understand how they exist. And I tried to do that with this, where just the fact that you're watching this, I think that's why. I mean, people, like most of the response I've seen online is like the head exploding emoji. And,
exactly.
Which I think that's good. Is people are just they don't know what to do with it. I just hope they like tell other people to watch it.
Yeah, they should use a peacock emoji. And say, watch the show. It's because, you have been keeping this thing alive. It's like, and I don't know how specific you want to get with stuff. It's like to see a thing through for 10 years to get it to the finish line in this industry means something is basically declared dead at different points, and then somebody has to believe in it that much to say, like, no, we're not done yet. I'm going to keep fighting for this.
I mean, that is like a Paul T. Goldman level of tenacity with him trying to bring down this crime ring that he thinks he's trying to bring down versus like I was lucky enough, I directed the second Borat movie, and I was very fortunate that it was well received, and you come out of a thing like that and people ask, what do you want to do next? Is there any IP you're interested in? I said, yes, Duplicity, a true story of crime and deceit by Paul T. Goldman.
You're like, kind of, well, I kind of like Men in Black, or, I like Men in Black. I like, Star Wars, obviously, Duplicity, Paul T.
We love him. We love him.
Oh, like, wait, what was that third one you just said there? Which one? X-Men? No, the one before X-Men. Duplicity.
Yes, from Wimp to Warrior. Yes, that's the tagline.
No,
I really wanted to do it, and I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to finish this.
Because how many points were there along the road where you could have just said, it's not happening?
Every point, I tried to make it as a feature film for the first few years. I couldn't get enough money because of the way I wanted to do it with these reenactments. It cost more than I was like, well, this is a documentary. And people wouldn't, we couldn't find the money. And it's like, oh, maybe it could be a TV show. You can get more money to do things if it has episodes. And pitched that for a few years. And then Hulu said yes. And then we did a pilot for Hulu. And the first episode of the show, a lot of that is the pilot we shot for Hulu in 2017. And then Hulu said no, thank you. Yeah. and then Quibi was interested, and me and Seth Rogen pitched the show directly to Jeffrey Katzenberg, and got going there, and was about to shoot it vertically.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I is when I got the Borat job, and so I was like, I'm going to pause this for a sec. I'm not sure about Quibi, and then during that time is when Quibi went under, and so it's been false starts. It's been shooting a little bit. It's been shooting on my own sometimes with just going to Florida with a camera. But it was, there's something. Yeah, I'm just extremely stubborn. If I want to do something, it's not because it's a good career move or a good idea. It's like,
Sure.
oh no, I want to do this.
No. That's a thing that I think is like a testament to your dedication to these things, where just like this had every chance to go away over and over, but you kept fighting for it because it's something that it feels like it's something that you just wanted to see. As just somebody who likes things like this, you wanted to bring one more of them into the world, a thing that is like what is this kind of thing?
Yeah, it is like, it's definitely a tribute to things in this realm that I've loved, like American Movie or a lot of Errol Morris movies, and just kind of portraits of outsiders, of
Sure.
interesting people who are extremely determined and driven and set in their worldview. And I wanted it to exist. I wouldn't let up. I also connected with Paul. I think as kind of, I really do like him. We are friends. You've known him for 10 years. And even though there's a lot of stuff that's very extreme in his story, I also found a lot of it very relatable and universal and human and related to the need to, be loved and just trying to have what you have been raised to think is a normal life, and all these things that he, his version of it is very different than yours or mine, but also not entirely different, at its core.
Yeah, no, it's again, it's Paul T. Goldman. It's on Peacock, and you could go get Peacock. There's a code floating around, GOLDMAN, that you can get.
I think so. Is that right? Yeah, I think.
And I think people are kicking it around on the chat. So,
okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the kind of thing that there 4 of them are out now. There's 2 more to come, and they come so this coming Sunday you'll get episode 5, and then the following Sunday episode 6, the finale will come out episode. So it's all within the month of January. So if you get it for a month, you can watch all the things in a month and still have
that's all you need.
2 weeks over. And like the dedication, and you saw it through. It's like that's something that even people in your family don't have that level of dedication. Like if they want to fight for, say, a friend a mentor, some would say, who's perfectly qualified to do a voice on an animated show, but they look away. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes the no is the kindest thing, but the subtle turn away and the ignoring, and that's what hurts the most for us. And I'm not saying I know what. There's not anything specific. Just I'm saying that type of story. Or giving your phone full access to a toddler. Toddler? No. 7 and 7 times?
No,
a little older. To a little kid.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom.
She texts you?
Oh, yeah.
From his phone?
Yeah,
really?
I've done 4 texts.
Oh my God.
I do a question mark back, and I get a question mark in return. Like I'm being mocked.
Oh,
no.
Z-Man.
Come on, Z-Man. Tighten it up over there. Change your login. What's his number? What do you think his pass? Let's get Z-Man's passcode. It's probably like
What are,
Spidey.
what are the numbers that correspond to Wally? I mean, I'm not Mike, but
Yeah. No. Can we throw this mic on, Andrew? There we go. Thank you.
oh.
H-Man.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh,
It's
thank
the
you.
H-Man.
Hello.
It's my friend Harry, who I love.
I love you too, and
thank
don't think I haven't tried to get you on certain shows.
Okay.
It's just
That's even worse.
I.
So you mean the powers that be say no?
I mean, I can't go into it.
You're going to throw your boss under the bus?
No,
Fine.
You got to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess I got to show up to work.
I work on a different show now.
Okay. Well, I can. Does somebody go in a booth on that one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
No, it's one of those
Still
animated
applies.
shows with no
It
voices.
still applies.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
I'm teasing. Look,
I
too
know.
busy. I'm too busy. I
Beat
couldn't even
red.
do it. I couldn't do it if I wanted to. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't. My price is so high right now.
Yeah.
You couldn't even. How much do you think? What do you think I get for an hour in a booth?
I mean, I know what actors get for an hour.
What did they? Well, I'll tell you. We'll say them at the same. On the count of three, we'll say what somebody gets for 1 hour of their time in the booth. One.
Are we saying this for real? I
Yeah.
probably shouldn't say this
Oh, no,
information.
it's a union
It's
thing. You didn't
scale.
make the
Oh,
number
yeah,
up.
Yeah, it's not a secret.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
$1,000.
$78,000.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You're expensive. I didn't know your rate went up 78 times the rate.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what the problem is. It
Yeah.
turns out I was pricing myself out of the market. No, I'm just teasing you, Harry. You know that. And what have been some of the things that, like, you have been surprised by, Jason, as you've done this without giving, big pieces away on this journey? Because you started off thinking, hey, we're telling a story that's in the book, and we'll do interviews here and there, and then you learned more and more for a decade.
More and more. I mean, the big surprises came very late in the game, where and a lot of them were part of the last episode. I mean, one of the biggest one that's been kind of gradual is me being in the show. I didn't want to be in the show.
Yeah,
I really didn't want to do it. I didn't want to be like a Morgan Spurlock kind of guy.
It's just not who you.
A Jarecki kind of guy.
No, you're not Michael Moore. You're not the.
Yeah.
It's not a vehicle
No
for
slight
you.
to those guys. I just don't. I didn't want to be like a on camera.
And I will attest to talking to you in real life. This is not some like false modesty. Like, me on camera? What? I guess I could. It's like, no, you have been truly horrified by the idea of being. This is like an unfortunate reality that slowly started to enter the discussion with this show that you were not in favor of.
Yeah, I mean, I really, at the beginning, I didn't even want to explain anything about the show or when it was a movie.
Sure.
I was just like, just do the movie, have him be in it, and have behind the scenes, and people will figure out what's going on. And then we started shooting it. It was very clear no one understood what was going on. So, okay, you have to kind of explain it. And I was like, well, maybe I'll be a voice in it. And then there's a thing at the last episode.
Voice.
A voice. There's a thing in the first episode where I'm on set and I'm telling Paul, I'm trying to get him to not smile so much when he's learning very shocking information about his wife. And that wasn't, I mean, nothing, like, that wasn't planned. I wasn't like, okay, shoot me doing this. I'm going to go. Like, you tell I'm not trying to be funny. We all knew the cameras were rolling all the time, but that was really me trying to help him. And when we were editing that, the editor put that in, and at first I was like, take it out. But then I was like, oh, actually, that is interesting, because if you're watching this show thinking that whoever made this is just trying to like make fun of this guy because he's not a professional actor and he's kind of an odd guy, I was like, oh, you could put that in there, and then it could someone could see, oh no, whoever made this is actually trying to help this guy's performance. Seemingly, it seems earnest. He actually is trying to make him act a little better. So I was like, all right, that's an interesting thing to put it in. And then eventually, years into it, Paul one day just handed me a scene with dialogue for me, where he wrote a monologue for me to read that was about how I discovered him, and I was like, oh no. I was like, oh, I'm not going to do this. And at a certain point, I got convinced by a few like collaborators on this that I was like, you have to just admit now after 10 years, you are part of this story.
Yeah.
And you did say you would be shooting whatever he handed you.
And that's
so,
look that it's look. I would say that's a testament to you, to who you are, in the regard that you didn't make it. It was not a one-way street. You
No.
when the reality became such that you're like, I think I have to be in this thing. Then you were in the thing.
Yeah, I know, and I hate. I generally hide in everything I do, and this I had to be like, I guess I'm part of this story, and it's gonna get very meta and keep folding in on itself and become about the making of itself, and
I think that's what makes it exciting in a certain way, is that you can feel that it was not. There's no version in this thing of you. You had the master plan in place, and you're forcing a square peg into a round hole to stick to your initial vision no matter what. It's like you have consistently changed what this thing is over and over to fit the facts, and what the results of filming it, and what the results of learning things and learning who Paul is and all this stuff. And like, you've changed, like the mission statement would have changed over and over for what this is over the decade.
Yeah, the ending has entirely changed from what I thought it would be for most of the time, just in the past couple months. And that was probably something from working on Borat with Sasha, is like his whole process is just, you got to roll with it. It keeps pivoting. It's just, you keep following new ideas and you try to land on the right one. Everything I'd done before that, like I did the show Eagle Heart on Adult Swim, like the stuff that kind of came from me and a few friends, was very much about, you have an idea that you like and makes you laugh, and you figure out the best way to do it. But it's really about doing service to the original thing that made you laugh. And this had to go, I had to force myself to work in this other mode of not knowing where I was going, and really just trying to, like, we had hundreds of hours of footage. The last 6 months I've been in an editing room, and you have to basically, to do something like this, I learned, you just keep watching everything you shot, and then you try to hear what it's saying to you. And if you go in with a story you want to tell, it's not going to work. It's going to come out feeling false. But if you just keep watching and watching and watching, it's like, oh, I see, the story with this person is this, or this person had this role. I didn't realize that. And once you figure out what it's telling you, then you kind of put it together in the most understandable, cleanest way. But you really have to be open to it telling you a completely different thing than you thought you were telling with
Absolutely. And that's what, like, when people start going upstream against the reality of what something is when, that's when you start to see the cracks in something, and when something is just like, oh, something feels off with this. And that's one of the things in this, is it feels, you can feel the sense of everybody is going somewhere that they don't know where this is going to end up. And that's the truth of the matter. I can attest to, having talked to you throughout this process, is like, you did not know certain things that are now in the thing, and you worked all of them into the thing.
Yeah, and you would see, I showed you multiple versions of different episodes, and you would just see how it's like, yeah, we just did months of work that we threw out, or that, you look at it and then you're like, this is not true anymore. This point I was trying to make is not valid, and you throw it out.
And that stuff, and there's so many side roads and detours that did not fit anymore, and that's how it goes.
Yeah, we had no plan. Peacock, amazing work with on this. All their notes, they got it. They were trying to make it a better version of what I wanted to do. Never really had that experience before. And I came into them with like a few paragraphs of like, here's what this episode is. I think, I had 100 and something pages of his script. I was like, we're going to shoot all of this stuff in 15 days and combine it with all this other footage we have and try to make it make sense. And, astonishingly, they were okay with that.
Mm-hmm. Now, you said Eagle Heart because you did all 3 seasons of Eagle Heart.
Yes,
directed and wrote.
Adult Swim show of early 2010s.
Yeah, and Adult Swim, that's where I did my first voiceover thing, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I was a character on season 1 of that.
Oh, wow.
Good voice on that. That's where my journey started.
Yeah.
I know where it ended.
Certainly it did. I do too.
A wall.
It hit a wall in her. Yeah, no, it's no, you know, Joe.
Of course.
Again, you couldn't afford me. On your best day, you couldn't afford me. I just got a text. Do we want to complete the triumvirate?
Wait, is
For
it
a couple, I can't say it out loud.
Is
Then
it
say
Wally
no.
or Z-Man?
It's Z-Man. Yes, put Z-Man through. We might as well just.
This has never. Has this ever happened before?
No, this is
No, I don't think
never.
so.
Literally, not even a family of.
Has anyone wanted this to happen before?
Let's see. Put him through.
Hey, Tom.
Everybody has to do. What's your Wally sound like?
Oh, God.
Come on, just give it to him.
Hey, Zach, it's Wally. How's it going?
Sorry.
No.
Mine is more like you do the bright Wally.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah. Mine is like, hey, I just want. Mine has like the
cracks.
Yeah, has a little the cracks showing my Wally. Best show, hello. Hello, Best show. Do we got this? No, I don't. Where'd he go? Did I hang up on him? I think I might hang up on him. Sorry, buddy. No, you call back. You call back.
Z-Man.
Call back. Go ask your child for the phone. And, call back. Here he is. Here we go. Hello. Oh. Come on. Hello, Best Show.
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
How's it going?
Oh, it's good. How are you?
Doing all right, thanks.
Oh, you sound mad. You're mad at
You
me.
all right?
You're mad. You're mad
at
I know
us?
you're mad at me because You're mad at me because your child texts me somehow. That's somehow on me. Look.
I'm not mad at you at all.
Look.
I wanted to explain.
Are you mad at us?
Look, Zach.
Why would I be mad at you guys? Hey, guys.
Zach, I want to tell you,
Hi, Zach.
we have Jason Wallner, director of Paul T. Goldman, in studio. No, we have Harry Wallner, who is a friend of mine, and he's also
Paul T. Goldman. In some ways, we've said the human Wally Wackerman.
Oh yeah, there you go, Wally T. Wackerman. You slap a T in there, huh? Right? Can you do that?
Wally T. Wackerman.
I think I'm bad.
Wally T. Yeah, I think it's worth doing. Look, might I suggest? Do you have a refrigerator in your house, Zach? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Then put your phone on top of it.
Wasn't it the iPad? I think she has access to the iPad, which is connected to the phone number.
Well, then that's different. That's totally different. Hey, Zach, do you have a refrigerator in your house? Yes or no?
Yes.
Put your iPad on top of it.
I was working. I checked the timestamp. She was upstairs after a bath, and I was working, and I had no idea.
Oh, you didn't give her the iPad to text Tom.
I don't trust it. I think it's you now.
It shares my contacts across both Apple devices.
This is going to be.
She saw it there.
This is going to be a thing.
She's
where
very smart.
You're going to start to pretend to be Penny online with me, and you're going to. Then you'll be like arguing. Oh, this is Zach. Sorry about that. And it's just you alone. You're just like
Trying to get Tom to say bad things about Zach to Penny, but it's really you.
Yeah. Yeah. Penny asking for my credit card number. Son, what about the 3 digits?
3-digit code.
What about the 3-digit code?
Zip.
Security code.
Zip code?
What's your zip? No, your zip for where the account is listed as. Now, Zach, have you seen Paul T. Goldman?
I've seen the first 4.
Zach came to we had a New York friends and family little screening. Zach came, got to meet Paul.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was great.
That's pretty amazing. And what do you think of it? Are you surprised by it? Are you, because you don't know exactly where it ends?
Well, I'm surprised by like the new revelations. I'm not surprised that it's amazing because it's coming from Jason.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, that's very kind of you to say. I
mean, it's hilarious. It's different. It's completely this unique thing, and it's just perfectly a Jason project. And I'm so proud of him.
That's very nice, Zach. Thank you.
And look, it's important for us to promote Paul T. Goldman, of course, but the real thing that's important today, Zach, you know what it is as much as I do. They got rid of some pasta that your kid likes to eat, and you're all mad. I never saw anything. It was like suddenly I thought it was like Norma Ray in here. This guy's taking a stand. I never saw somebody take more of a public stand for justice than
on what
Zach
on what social media?
Truth Social. He was on Truth Social.
Come on.
He was
Well, if you
putting
saw it,
his
that
truths.
means you are too.
He was putting people were sending me screenshots. I would never be on Truth Social like that.
The account is MAGA E Wackerman.
That Zach, and I want you to be truthful on this. Somebody comes to you, $15,000. They want you to do 1 2-hour MAGA E Wacky Man show. It has to be jokes about senile old sleepy Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi. You got to do all the jokes. And then you bring up George Santos comes up. And the two of you are in conversation with George Santos.
The interview. Zach and MAGA.
Wally.
Interview
Wally.
In conversation with George Santos.
George Santos.
You would do that, right? You should do that.
$20,000.
It have to be a lot more than that.
20 grand. 20 grand.
That's a lot of money.
Cash. 20 grand cash.
You're going to say no to that? You would take the money and then you denounce it afterwards. You could say Wally's politics are different than yours.
Yeah, his Wally ticks. Yeah, they're his Wally ticks.
This is my one iconic, character, my one creative outlet. I'm not gonna.
No, what about the guy with the
the
round head? What about one of the lesser known puppets?
Yeah.
Make him the Republican.
Well, look, also...
You got the rat puppet, right?
Yeah, use the rat puppet. But they want Wally, though. They want Wally. You got to put the MAGA hat on him.
20,000, you got to do it.
20 grand? Well, Zach, I'll do it. You can have the whole 20 grand. I'll do it for you. You just pay my car, pay for my Uber to this mansion. Hey, guys. Mr. Trump's going to be back in the White House again. Fingers crossed. Purple fingers crossed. Zach, I was searching through. I was cleaning up beginning of the year, throwing stuff out, going through a pile of papers and whatnot. I find a weird purple square.
I knew this was.
And I looked at it for a good 5 seconds, and I was like, what the hell is this thing? And then I realized for charity, not for charity, for money.
No, fundraising.
You chopped up Wally Wacky Man for money and you tore pieces off his face and sold them.
That's not exactly how it went, but yeah.
No, you did a thing. And how are you doing the Zany Zach, the Jolly Jester? Is that happening in 2023?
I'm hoping so. It's still working on getting it really up and running. I haven't really.
What about that other Zany Zach you discovered on that website?
Yeah, I just
you're going to war with
recently.
What's that website?
Gig Heaven.
Gig Heaven. So that's only dead performers.
Yeah.
You found a different Zany Zach.
Yeah, he's no longer with us.
Yeah, it already is rough because like the handles on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram are used, and like the Twitter one's been suspended forever, and the Facebook one is empty.
Why?
Someone else's account.
At Zany Zach is a
he can't
suspended
use
account.
it.
It's been that way for a long time. I'm asking Elon, hey, can you help me out?
Are you
But,
really?
I haven't heard back.
Are you really?
I tweeted at him once.
Why don't you do Zany or Zach?
Yeah.
Well, that's not what my whole thing.
You should ask Ian Miles Chong to ask Elon.
Who?
Why
Or
don't you
Mike Cernovich.
Wacky Zacky?
Yeah.
Get the
It's
zany.
too close
It's too close to what? Your own puppet?
to Wally.
What? No, then you got, but then it's under the umbrella. Wacky Zacky, Wacky Man, everything. You want wacky, you call Zacky. Right?
Sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And look, what's up with this pasta? What did they get rid of? Barilla?
It's Ronzoni Pastina, right?
Ronzoni, yeah, they're stopping their pastina, which is like a favorite of my kids. Like especially if like we make a dinner and they're not into it, my wife makes them quick pastina.
And what do they like? What do they like about this pastina? The smaller pieces?
Yeah, it's like little tiny little stars.
Okay, well, here's something I want to tell you.
Simple dish for kids.
Okay. This is my solution for you. You know pasta when it's all in the box and it's dry and stuff, right? Take the bigger ones and smash them in half. Now they're smaller. Now they're smaller.
They're smaller.
Yeah, just put a whole lot of sauce on top of it too. Yeah, it's under there. Yeah, they're stars. Yeah, you'll eat it if you want your iPad back. If you want this iPad back. Now, Zach, it's great to talk to you. We're all proud of Jason. He did it.
Yes.
He did it.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
He did it. He did. Paul T. Goldman. And I'm going to say this. Zach, you've not seen all 6.
No.
Harry, you've not seen all 6.
No, not yet.
I've seen all 6. I'm going to tell people this. If you've seen 4 of the 6, you don't know where it's going. You got to get on the ride. It is a thrill. It is shocking. It is hilarious. It is surprising. It is very human. And it is totally unlike anything else that anybody has ever done. And you've been working on this thing for 10 years. You were doing it first, and it's not like anybody else doing anything else. You have a clear path on this one, Jason.
Thank you,
You're
Tom.
the only one. And it is...
It's its own thing.
It is its own thing, and it pays off, is what I want people to know.
Thank you. Thanks for saying that. I'm excited for it to come out and hear what people think.
Yeah.
And go into hiding immediately after.
Yeah. And where is Paul out here now, or is he all over the
Paul
place?
is back in Florida, where he lives currently.
Okay. And then I'm sure you have no idea what you're doing next.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Some other impossible projects that I've been trying to get done.
You definitely shoot high.
Shoot and land low.
That is the one thing. No, you shoot high and you hit high. You know.
We'll see. We'll see in 10 years. I'll be back.
Yeah. Other people in your family could use a little bit of that backbone that you have in terms of sticking up for friends, sticking up for people who went to their wedding.
Yeah, of course.
Special family. Those are sacred events.
Yeah.
And the attendees at them, they are all bonded together.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think, for example, if there's an opportunity to employ one of those sacred people that you are bonded to.
Yeah.
For a mere $78,000 an hour.
And I will cut my price, $55.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll get back to you.
But I take 5 minutes off of the amount though. 55 for 55.
Yeah.
Go tell your boss.
Yeah.
Tom said he'll do the 55 for 55 deal.
Great. Yeah.
This is really Jason, it's so great, and I'm so happy you told us all about it.
Thanks for having me on, Tom. It's a pleasure, as always.
And Harry.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see you.
You too. Oh, before you kick me out of here.
Yeah. I'm not kicking you.
Oh, no, Lent is coming up, which means it's fish sandwich season.
It is fish sandwich season.
You still haven't done Ahoy, and you were looking for a co-host.
Yeah.
I am available. I'm happy to do it. I love eating. I love talking about eating. I'm more than happy to be that
really
guy.
Putting you on the spot there.
I'm not saying you need to give me an answer now. I'm just saying I'm putting it in your mind that is an option.
You start texting me now,
yeah, I'm gonna have Olivia text you through my phone.
Harry.
Yeah.
I don't like bullies, except in this case. You're the co-host.
Well, there we go.
Wow.
Lent is coming up.
Wow, Harry.
You just worked yourself. See how fast somebody can hire somebody for a job? See how fast when they want to? You see how fast they go, yeah, let's do that together. Yeah, join the team. Yeah, see, it's very easy. It's shockingly easy.
Yeah.
H-man.
No, we'll do it. You will drive around. This is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Got a Zoom recorder, 2 microphones.
Okay.
Me and you.
Yeah.
Driving around. Because McDonald's is the top of the pyramid for the filet fish.
Yeah.
Filet fish is the best fish sandwich, I think.
Okay.
Sure, it can be weirdly arbitrary where somehow one has a little bit dollop of tartar sauce on, and other times it looks like somebody poured a jar of tartar sauce on the filet of fish and then put the bun on top of it. Or sometimes they even put the bun on top and then I've had filet fish sandwiches with tartar sauce on the top bun.
I mean,
they don't take there's not a lot of care going into the making of the filet of fish. The Big Mac, I'm sure they're like, oh, let's set this here and that. The filet fish, it's just like wham, wham, wham.
Yeah.
Anything on that and not available after midnight menu doesn't get respect. But yes, it'll be a show where we review filet fish sandwiches, Burger King.
Mm-hmm. Does Popeyes do one?
Popeyes does one around Easter.
Yeah.
Okay. Wendy's has done one in the past.
Yeah.
And then there's other filet fish. There's there's what else?
I mean, Arby's, I think, has one.
Arby's, I think, has one. Arby's has one on the Hawaiian bun. So
yeah.
What if you and I go to that awful Arby's on Sunset?
Oh, of course, yeah.
The hat.
The one, the giant hat, the one that had one of the greatest things I've ever seen, where it said, "Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. 2 roast beef sandwiches for $6." On the same thing, they were just like, he had died like 2 days before. They still had to be pushing roast beef.
But was that the memorial deal?
It was not a Kobe Bryant. It was not a mourning opportunity to Although don't give them that idea. They'll probably be like, "Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant." Best way to mourn him is to eat here, a place he never went.
Yeah.
He lived in this city for half his life. He never ate here once. It's called Paul T. Goldman, and it's on Peacock. New episodes. 4 are up now. 5 comes out this Sunday. 6 comes out the Sunday after. And I want to hear everybody talking about where they think it's going to go and what they think is going to happen, because you're all going to be wrong. I've had people say to me, "Oh, I went and I started poking around online." I was like, "You're still not going to figure it out." You know what I mean?
A few things you can figure out.
But still, you're not going to get
No.
You're not getting the thing.
No, it's and we're trying our best to keep the whole show a secret.
Mm-hmm. No, it's great. People are going to love it.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you. Now I just played that.
Frankie teardrop, 20-year-old Frankie. He's married, he's got a kid. He's working in a factory. He's working from 7 to 5. He's just trying to survive.
Mothership control in readiness. Sonic assassins cleared for space flight. Countdown starting now. 30.
Countdown started. All units prepare for activation.
25.
Production androids activated. Now.
The tape is rolling. The red orb is glowing.
20.
Audience receptor units activated now.
15.
Music distribution equipment activated now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
All units
3,
activated.
2,
Countdown terminating.
Countdown complete.
All units functioning. Movement commencing. We have liftoff.
Frankie's getting evicted.
Did you ever see a hangman tie a slip knot? Did you ever see a hangman tie a slip knot? Yes, I've seen it many a time, and he whines and he whines. After 13 times, he's got a slip knot.
This was just as well because the man who would be king was a hard picture to make. I had picked up terrible diarrhea and had to play most of my scenes with half an eye on the location of the portable toilets. Not that they offered much of a refuge. I remember rushing over to them once, desperate and being knocked back by the unbelievable stench of a cloud of flies. The attendant who was reading the paper, apparently oblivious, had forgotten the disinfectant. I bawled him out for this, but he just shrugged. Come back at lunchtime, he suggested. The flies will have moved on to the kitchen then. You couldn't fault the logic. Chronic diarrhea, and for me, a mild but frightening typhoid attack from breathing in filthy dust and dried camel dung were unpleasant enough. But neither Sean nor I were ever in any real physical danger. Thank God for dark brown trousers.
Everybody out of the tunnel! Everybody out!
Oh, I want to take this time, and I mean this sincerely, and this comes from me and everybody involved, but I want to thank everybody for supporting the movie Grandma's Boy.
Kevin Smith, good morning, sir.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, highly caffeinated, the whole 9 yards. So,
Me as well, man. Me as well.
so first question, right off the bat, saw it on Twitter yesterday. We shoot Clerks 3 in May, Hit Somebody Shoot September through Christmas. In February, doing Moose Jaws, but after that, I Smell a Rat. Mallrats sequel, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was the first time I said it. Yeah. That's what we're working on.
And so how far along is it in production, or is it just in early stages?
It's half a script right now, and on our I mean, we've got, up until 2016, so it feels like by the time we get to May 2016, we're going to be shooting.
That is awesome news you just made my morning, sir.
It was, it kind of came out of nowhere and was, lately I've been doing this thing where I'm like, well, do you want to do what's good for your career or just kind of fun? And so, nobody's clamoring for a Mallrats sequel, but I would love to make one. It's been like 20 years. And I had a cool idea and a bunch of investors that liked it. So here we are, man. Kind of neat.
That's good. And yeah, 20. A sequel 20 years in the making. This is so kick-ass, man. And thank you.
Hopefully it'll be fun and not utter just.
Back to the song that got me going was Neil Young. He writes a song in 1968 called After the Gold Rush. And Dolly Parton, who's maybe an experienced wrote it. And if you look at the lyrics of the song, it says, we're treating the world like a gold rush. And when the gold is gone, it's going to become a ghost town. And the silver seeds, flying saucers are going to come and they're going to take the chosen, which is what we call the experiencers.
We're doing, Brady.
How much milk do I have to drink to be big enough to be quarterback?
Can I give you another? That is a great question, and I love that you're thinking about that. Drink as much milk as your little belly can hold. At all times, drink as much milk as you could be chocolate milk. Could be the 2%, but the ideal is the whole milk. That's the ideal. As much as your little belly can hold.
Hear that?
Yes, chef.
There's not a soggy patch on there. That's all the way round. Okay? Can you hear that? On the balcony you can hear that, right?
Yes, chef.
And it's intact. Right in front of your very eyes, I have a wedge.
Oh, thank God.
Of a beautiful apple pie. And the flavour? The flavour's amazing. Hear that?
Don't you worry about it. I'm just
just worried about where we're going from here. Is it this stratosphere, man? Is it the ionosphere with the madness and the mania as one guiding force? We could go ahead and take the whole lot. Don't you worry about the hit over the head, man. I'm just worried about where we're going from here. Is it this stratosphere, man? Is it the ionosphere with the madness and the mania as one guiding force? We could go ahead and take the whole lot. Don't you worry about the hit over the head, man. I'm just worried about where we're going from here. Is it this stratosphere, man? Is it the ionosphere with the madness and the mania as one guiding force? We could go ahead and take the whole lot. Don't you worry about that.
Why has your voice changed over the past few albums? Puberty. Hello? Hi, what's happening? Nothing. Hello? K-pop, man. Sure. Hello? Hey, did you go to Syracuse University? Yes, I did. Oh, so did I. Oh, great. What year? I just dropped out. Okay. Hello?
I love Johnny Thunders.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Rock and roll will be lost without you, my man. Hello? Hey, Lou, how you doing? Great. Hey, let me...
I really like sleigh bells, not just at this time of the year, but in general. And, you know, whenever I go into a toy shop or somewhere like that, even little kids' sleigh bells I'm inclined to perhaps purchase. And they're amazingly useful because every single sleigh bell has its own character, its own sound, its own resonance. Also, importantly, is taking care of how you make them up, how you pop them down so that there's no resonant sounds or unwanted sounds. The bells ring. No, 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 no. The bells ring. No, 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 no.
Little Tommy, I have bad news for you today.
Hi, Sally Burtnik. How are you, Sally?
I'm great. That was phenomenal.
Oh, you're very sweet to say that. You're phenomenal.
Oh, thank you. It was relaxing at the end there.
Really?
Subduing.
Okay. Oh, I'm glad this.
This is a
Thank
compliment.
You. That was very kind of you. Now, Sally.
Yes.
You're one of my favorites.
Oh, Tom.
You just are.
That's so sweet.
Because we know each other from New York City.
The very place.
Yes. For where we have the comedy scene there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a Brett Davis.
It is.
Yes. Who I don't know if you know, he works on this show in a capacity now.
Really?
Yes. I don't know if you ran into him in the halls.
I think I saw somebody who kind of looked like him.
He gets very mad when I ask him to be on mic. He's like, I hate the show. I'm only here for the money.
Yeah, he actually said that to me.
He said that?
He's just said that he doesn't want to be. He wants to be in the background. He doesn't want to be front and center. And I was like, Brett Davis not wanting to be on camera?
I know.
It doesn't make any sense.
Down is up.
Up is down.
Left is right.
Inside is outside.
So now, Sally, you're out here. What brought you to Los Angeles?
Just a visit.
Just a visit?
Just a visit. Just
okay.
I hadn't been here in since the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Los Angeles when the pandemic happened for work.
Sure.
And I was filming a documentary about Rebecca Black. Remember her?
Friday.
That's the one.
Yes.
And the stores started running out of stuff, and it was very bizarre.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I hadn't been here since March of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, why not just come back and check it out?
You're back, and our pal Brett is here.
He's here
for good.
Yeah,
he's
I
never
know.
going back. He said he's never setting foot. Who's breathing on the mic?
Sorry, I just wanted to ask Sally to get a little bit closer, if that's okay.
There you
Of
go.
course.
Of course,
Thank you.
Andrew. I didn't mean to yell at you.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
Andrew, I'm so sorry. I really got to apologize because he's in the building. And if I don't square this away, yikes.
He's gonna hit you.
He's gonna hit me.
Yeah. Brett is never going back though, which is sad. I ask him to come back every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I say, come on, come back where everyone loves you.
Well, Sally, the only thing I can say, he ain't going anywhere. You know what that means?
You got him on a short leash.
No. You know what that means?
What?
You got to move here.
That's a concept. That's definitely an idea.
Because I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
And I don't throw this around lightly.
Okay.
You've got it.
Oh my God.
You can't buy it.
Unreal.
People don't even know. Faith No More. The whole thing was, what is it? They didn't even know what it was.
They didn't know.
But you know what it is because you are it. It's like Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Do you want to watch the rest of the movie? I don't need to watch it. I lived it. That's you. You would clean up out here.
That's so nice of you. I have gotten, first of all, just thank you. That's very nice. And I'm thinking about it. But also, I've gotten so many more compliments in Los Angeles than I get in New York. People push me down on the sidewalk. In New York, they compliment my outfit. I mean, in Los Angeles, they compliment my outfits.
Yes.
People are very nice to me.
Mm-hmm.
It does feel like it's
luring you in.
Exactly.
Yes. And in New York, you get out of my way.
Yeah, they body check me, and since I'm 5 feet tall, I fall.
where's my New York Post? Right?
And I have to go get them in New York Post.
Wait, where's the closest Grace Papaya?
Yeah. The Grace Papayas are closing.
Well, I think you might have to stay then and fight the good fight.
Yeah.
No. Yes. Oh, no. You mean the place with the world's worst hot dogs is closing?
Those are fighting words.
It ain't going to be much of a fight when they're all out of business.
Well,
then it's like talking about the ice truck and the things from yesteryear.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, when I was a kid, there was a place on the corner that had hot dogs that were serviceable and decided nothing goes better with a hot dog than
a peanut
juice.
Yeah.
Who came up with that idea? Hot dogs and juice.
I don't know. And what is their obsession with the papaya? Like, did they get a really good deal on a bulk order of papaya?
For them to, it must have been a pretty sweet deal for them to have said, we're not going to call this place Gray's Hot Dogs.
No.
Which is ostensibly what people are coming to the dance for. It's the hot dogs, not the papaya. But God bless them, it worked.
It worked.
It worked.
It worked for 125 years.
It did work for 125 years. And that's one of those places, if I remember correctly, when they have like fake barrels where you're just like, I don't know if anything's in that barrel.
Well, they're pretending the juice is in the barrel.
Just like, really? Yeah. Then that's disgusting.
If
that thing's filled with all the juice, shut this down today.
It has an oaky finish.
Yeah. Oh, who doesn't like the notes of different juices, right?
Some moss in there.
And this orange juice. I'm tasting a little bit of mildew. Got a little bit. It's evoking juice that has been in that thing for a long time.
It's growing its own colonies.
Yeah. Oh. Somebody told me when you're on a plane, I had to do this.
Yeah, because that's how planes go.
You're 3 years old. You need to know that's what a plane does.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about.
And the train's going to the station.
Yeah.
No. They said never order the coffee on a plane because they said that thing is disgusting.
Oh.
The whatever's growing in that hot water thing, they're like, don't do it.
I actually never drink coffee on a plane because I want to be unconscious. I don't understand people wanting to be conscious on a plane.
It's very strange. I can go both ways on that, where sometimes I'm like, this is me on a plane. I'm just going to go on this plane and sleep, which means I'm going to watch 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go on this plane and work, which means I watch 3 movies.
Right.
I'm going to go on this plane and read my book, which means I watch 3 movies. I've never gotten anything done on any plane.
No.
Maybe ever.
How could you?
Let me write the thing. It's like on the thing, I'm going to be like this, like
it's horrible.
Bunched up with the seat behind me.
Farting children.
Yes, farting children. And look, this is what it's like for me. I'm back in coach. I'm the people that walk past you and you're in your seat up front with your orange juice, your fresh orange juice. And we're like the huddled masses trying to, I'm in row. And they're just like, I'm in row 99. And you're just like, oh.
And you're all wearing rags.
We're wearing rags.
Soot on your faces.
We just cleaned the engine on the plane. Clearly, we were out on the tarmac cleaning the engine, and we have soot.
Yeah,
and it's like Dick Van Dyke in
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. Yes,
you're all Victorian orphans.
Yes, and we're all. No, it's. When I've flown, like, because if I'm for work once in a while, the guild will be like, well, if you fly Tom, he needs to be in business class, or like it's just a part of the guild rules. Mm-hmm. Like, if these places had any say about it, they'd be like, no, we're not doing it.
Right.
They have to do it.
In the Writers Guild?
Yeah, the Writers Guild for certain contracts and things. So I'll be up front. I'll be sitting in those. Usually I'm like walking past a coach and I'm like, look at these people, like, you fancy monsters.
Yeah.
This is ill-gotten gain while you're up here. I'm back with the real people. And
they kill people for those
you
seats.
Rich terrible people.
Yeah.
Look at one's worse than the next. Then, I'm flying. I'm up there. I'm sitting there and I'm just like, when will these losers just get to their seats in the back? I switch teams like that.
Class trader instantly.
Suddenly I'm just like, can you believe these losers? Look at them.
Yeah.
Look at these people.
They smell bad.
What's wrong? And I was one of them a week ago, and I will be next week also.
On your connecting flight,
my
you
connecting
were one.
flight, I will be back with them in the thing, just hoping like, boy, I hope I'm not right next to the toilet. That is always the worst. Like, if there's any flight where it's just like you're in row 32, you know, I'd rather say, I'll take my chances with the luggage.
Yeah. I'll sit in the aisle.
Yeah, I'll be a pet.
Yeah.
Can I be someone's pet? Put me in a crate.
Well, and they can't. This is like very boring, I think. And you also can't recline your seat if you're in the last row, which is otherwise you're literally forward. You're tilted forward at like a 13-degree angle.
And then all these bored people are lined up waiting for that bathroom.
Yeah.
When they're like tying up the aisle, just like standing and like leaning on your seat. They're like, what movie you watching there? Huh? Oh, Avengers Endgame. Yeah, I saw that.
Crimes of Grindelwald.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just like,
I love Crimes of Grindelwald.
Wait, which one is that now? That's
It's Fantastic Beasts and How to F Them.
How to find is the word F. Okay, you're always playing with the line, Sally Burtnik. You're always playing with the line.
I think it would be funny if it were and How to F Them.
Sure. Now, I was right there with you. Speaking of movies, I'm kind of a cinema buff, as told by my Alfred Hitchcock story where I was saying these movies are black and white. We need to get rid of them. I'm kind of a cinemaphile. I saw the best movie of 2023 I've already seen.
Oh, no. I'm scared.
This movie stars a young lady in the titular role of Megan.
Oh.
I saw Megan the other night.
People are talking.
Holy moly, is this the best movie? I'm serious. It's great. I'm not joking.
I've heard a bunch of people say the same thing.
It's legitimately funny. It's the weirdest thing you've ever seen. And it's not like weird like it got away from them. They know how the weird movie they're making. They're having fun making a weird movie. It's not just like, wait, people are laughing at our movie? It's not one of those. So it's just, we meant it to be funny. It's always the saddest thing.
Yes.
Well, it's kind of supposed to be a comedy. It's like, no, they are fully aware this is a comedy. And when that weird doll shows up and starts talking, you're just like, this is next level. And everybody in the theater was going off, having a blast.
It's one of those movies.
It's one of those movies that brings people together.
Yes. This is what Babylon wished it could have done.
Megan is what Babylon wished it could have done.
Yeah.
Thank you. That should be on the post.
Yeah.
I went to the Grove, which, do you know what the Grove? This Grove is this nightmare place. Imagine. Okay, here's what I want you to imagine.
Yeah, I'm imagining.
You know the awful malls you went to in your life?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine.
Woodbridge.
The Woodbridge Mall.
Yeah.
A Menlo Park Mall, for example.
Yes.
Menlo Park Mall. Would you like the no tax on the clothes, right?
Yeah.
Is that why?
That's why you go.
Well, because you grew up in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
What
Sure
part
did.
of New Jersey were you in?
North Brunswick. It's central Jersey.
Yeah, so you had Route 18. You had Woodbridge Mall. You had the Brunswick Mall.
I worked at Menlo Park Mall.
You did?
Oh, yeah. For
in what
years.
Capacity?
I worked at the American Apparel. Couldn't you tell? Isn't that the vibe I give off?
American Apparel, former American Apparel employee. You do give that vibe off a
I
little
know.
bit.
It's my thing.
Yeah, it's your thing. The Grove, imagine if a helicopter, a team of helicopters flew over the Menlo Park Mall and then just lifted the shell of the mall away and the stores were just outside now. And there's a giant fountain in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, there is.
Yeah. At the Grove. And you walk in a circle around it and it sucks. And the guy who owns the Grove was this guy, Rick Caruso, who was running for mayor. who was just a guy who decided like 5 minutes before the election, he's like, "Oh, I'm a Democrat now." And
Right.
And then every one of these celebrities had the real just high character people like Gwyneth Paltrow and and Snoop Dogg
Goop.
and
Yeah.
Goop
Goop girl.
Katy Perry. They're just like, this is what Los Angeles needs.
Right.
This guy, because the whole thing, they're just like, he's gonna fix the homeless crisis.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say this movie theater at the Grove was so disgusting. This guy was supposed to fix the homeless crisis for an entire city. The movie theater in his mall, the bathroom was like Grand Central Station level gross. Like, you ever at Penn Station, you're hurrying for that last train and you miss it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're stuck till like 5:40 is the next one, and you're sitting, and then you're just like, I gotta go to the bathroom, I can't. And you go into that bathroom. That's the bathroom at this movie theater. Currently like that. This guy had
That's
the
not
nerve
good.
to think he's going to fix the city.
He can't even control his own bathroom.
Yeah, he can't even control their own bathroom at the AMC at his own mall.
Terrible. Terrible man.
Yeah, terrible man.
By the way, the bathrooms in Penn Station have been temporary for 2 years.
Like temporary, how so?
First, they shut them down to renovate them, and then they moved them into trailers that you had to go outside of Penn Station into Madison Square Garden and then out again. And
into Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, it was like at the Madison Square Garden entrance.
Okay.
And then they were like, okay, we fixed the bathrooms, but they're like, they're worse than before. They have like the prison toilets, the metal toilets with no seat.
Like you're at the beach.
Yeah, right.
Like those beach
it's like the
toilets.
beach bathrooms.
I just want to say, there is no toilet worse than the beach toilet.
Oh, yeah.
Because that is meant to be hosed down.
Yeah. And fish plus toilet.
Sand.
Yeah.
You mean Fish the band? Yeah. Oh, you're saying because they play at Madison Square Garden. I thought, yeah.
Fish in sewage water.
Yeah.
Is the smell of the beach toilet.
The other great thing about the beach toilet is the mirror where it's a sheet metal
so you can't
bolted to the wall. The space, like, you can kind of see yourself in that, right?
I think it's these are the mirrors they have in the psych ward so that you can't smash them.
Sure,
and
no,
cut
that's what
yourself
of
with the
course
glass.
that's what it's meant. It's
But
meant
it's like
they might as well confiscate your shoelaces before you go into the bathroom down at Seaside Heights, not
Fort
Seaside.
Tilden.
Fort Tilden.
Seaside Heights.
Seaside Heights has better bathrooms.
Yeah.
Seaside, I would say like Sandy Hook.
Point Pleasant.
Sandy Hook.
More
like a
Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook's like
Really
anyone
bad.
with a boardwalk, you can usually drum up some sort of passable bathroom. But Sandy Hook, it's kind of just like you go to Sandy Hook, it's like, wait, why am I here?
Why? It's always raining.
It's to be a beach. It's like, wait, there's nothing else here? You guys don't sell stuff? It's like, no, it's a beach. It's like,
We
yeah,
got
but
rocks.
where are the games and food?
Yeah.
Like, we got rocks, we got sand, it's raining.
What more do you
what more
ask
do you want?
for?
You said you wanted to go to the beach. And that's that one. They have like the clothing optional beach at Sandy Hook, which
yeah.
boy, that seems like a treat.
My German grandmother took her relatives to that beach when they would come to visit the Europeans because they all go to nude beaches.
Sure.
And so just 60 to 70-year-old German women nude.
Okay. And
not in a good way.
Sure,
like I feel like I made that sound too desirable.
No. I'm saying, but so it's them. It's members of Skid Row and Bon Jovi.
Yeah, Sebastian
Tico
Bach,
Torres,
of course.
Tico Torres, a Dave Snake Sabo, a Rachel
Liberty DeVito.
Liberty DeVito was Billy Joel. You as a New Jersey resident, when people from like Long Island like, yeah, all guys like Billy Joel's like, oh, Bruce Springsteen. It's like, Ain't nobody in New Jersey saying, yeah, Bruce Springsteen's all Billy Joel.
Yeah, oh yeah,
That's a
not
one-way street.
comparable. But I think that Bruce Springsteen is to New Jersey like the Red Hot Chili Peppers are to California.
That's rough.
I think people have a lot of pepper pride.
Oh, out here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, out here you'd think this is what out here. When you move out here, because it's when, it's not if, it's when.
We'll see.
Yeah, I know. You're moving out here.
Okay.
We'll get you in with me and Brett will drive you around, find you.
I want to find, yeah.
We'll find you a place.
Okay.
Bel Air.
Yeah.
How's Bel Air sound?
Oh, yeah.
We'll get you.
I'd love to
We'll
go
get
to
you a mansion.
I'd love that.
Just one, or would you like a backup
No,
mansion?
I'll just take one, but I need
Okay.
somebody who I can DJ Jazzy Jeff out the front.
Sure. Well,
You know?
we'll of course we'll accommodate all of that.
Yeah.
No, it's I don't know what I was talking about. When you live here, you're going to realize
Pepper pride.
this is what it's about. Red Hot Chili Peppers,
Mm.
Sublime.
Oh.
Holy moly! If I got to hear, I don't think no Frank to me.
It hurts even
I don't
when you're
need no
yeah,
pork and
hurts.
beans. Wow, wow. When
Sounds like a trumpet with a
it's
mute
like,
on
wah,
it.
wah, wah.
Yeah.
When I really want to know. Wah, 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 wah,
Yeah.
wah, 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 wah. It is that, and it's Kobe Bryant murals. Everywhere
right.
you look, it's
Sports
like
ball,
it's a
man.
Kobe Bryant mural.
Yeah.
Dave,
He's dead?
he did pass away. You know who made a lot of money out here? Paint stores with yellow paint.
The Lakers
The
colors.
Lakers color, yellow and
There's a
purple
lot
paint.
of intellectual work I'm doing to fill in what you're talking about right now because I don't know anything.
My friend Daniel went to a restaurant and he was waiting for his car from the valet, and then Flea. And Daniel was wearing a Philadelphia 76ers jacket or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then Flea was there waiting for his car. And Flea just goes, yeah, Sixers suck. And then they talked for a half hour about
Wow.
basketball. So look, that's one of the nice things out here.
I do like.
Would
well,
be
I
cool
guess
to
I
run
like
into
Flea.
I like Flea too. I wish Flea would hang out with me.
Yeah.
Honestly. Except
Flea's
he's
cool.
He's like, I think there's only one bad Red Hot Chili Pepper. That singer.
Kiedis.
Yikes.
Frusciante is good, yeah.
Yeah, Frusciante.
He's great.
Chad
His solo
Smith,
stuff
Flea.
is good.
But you listen to that guy sing, I can't sing to save his life.
And it, even though he has all this pitch correction on it, it
Yeah.
still sounds terrible.
Yeah, that's how bad he is.
Yeah. And also his song, did you hear the new song? It's like, in California, there's the drummer. The drummer drumming pum pum pum.
What is that?
It's called The Drummer, and it's the new Red Hot Chili Peppers song.
You running a nursery school with that song?
That's what it sounds like.
Right?
Pum pum pum.
And it sounds like he's like that, like the cow goes, like he's like
The
that
squeak and
level of
smell,
lyrics. He's like that's where he's at right now lyrically.
Yeah, that's
No,
what he's got to give us.
When you live here, you're going to realize a lot of people love Sublime, a lot of people love Red Hot Chili Peppers, a lot of people love Kobe Bryant. Once you get past that, and then the other thing you realize, they don't know how to drive. They go in the fast.
I
You go in the
know.
fast
That's
lane. There's
so
somebody going
rough.
45 miles an hour in the fast lane.
I almost got in so many car accidents already. I've
Uh-huh.
been here for 3 days.
Yeah.
I almost got in 6 accidents.
Well, it's raining here.
That was messed up when
Now,
it
look,
rained.
the rain is insane here.
Yeah.
But the thing I'm scared of is not my driving in the rain. It's
Mhm.
everybody else in the rain. They don't know how to drive in the rain here.
Well,
Somebody,
yeah, no.
somebody was like, you don't understand the oils come out of the road. When it's like, the oils.
Do they?
Oils. No, oils. You know
I
when
don't think-
oil rises out of the road when it rains?
I don't think water
What is
can
that?
summon oil. I think
Yeah,
that's one
oil.
key tribute of waters.
It'd
that
be
it
the
can't
biggest
do
news
that.
story ever. The oils are back. It's raining. Watch out for the oils.
It's like the thing
Yeah, the oil.
or the what is it? The mist.
The mist.
Yeah.
Thank you. Don't give me. And then the other thing they like out here is that song. Gotta have high hopes for the
Oh God.
Mama
The
said.
Pete Buttigieg
when it
song?
fell,
Yeah.
when it fell. Was that Panic at the Disco?
Yeah, it's the guy from Panic at
Like
the
it's
Disco.
not Panic. It's Panic at the disco because
Scared-
there's an
scared me.
exclamation point in
Yeah.
there. Well, that's what they want.
Yeah.
Is you to be scared and
Want to strike fear into the hearts
they want to
of the
strike fear.
listeners.
Yes, like the shadow,
Yeah.
the radio ledge. We have 2 calls we're going to take, and then hello, best show.
Hello?
Hello, hi, who's this?
Everly?
Everly, how are you? What's going on, Everly? I'm so sorry it took a while to get to you, Everly. It's the packed show tonight. We have Sally Burtnick in the studio.
You have a beautiful name, Everly.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
What was it like growing up with the name Sally? Did that work for you?
The only other people who had my name were like old women with terrible hair, and they were mean.
Sure.
So I kind of associated myself with them.
Okay. This is the Sallys. There's Sally
This is
Field.
Right.
There's
Sally Ride.
There's Sally Ride. There's Sally O'Malley, who's 50.
She's
she
50.
likes to kick,
Fight.
stretch
And kicks.
Yeah.
Kick, fight, and kick.
Whatever. Yeah. No. Sally's one of those names that's right. It's like Tom. It's just like, it's not John. It's not William.
Right.
It's just like, click down one notch.
Right.
It's like, it's common. It's not that. It's not overly common.
Yeah. It was more common in the 50s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'd just be like, like, and it would be like a guy with Tom on the back of his jacket.
In the front of his work suit.
Yeah. No, it's a good name. And Everly's a great name. Now, Everly, what's going on?
Not much.
Or how is school going? How was the holiday break?
The holiday break. I can speak English. The holiday break was pretty good. I got to see a lot of family.
Okay.
And it felt way longer than it was.
That's family can do that to you.
Oh yeah.
Now, did you get anything? Did you get any good presents this year? Anything good?
I got quite a few good presents. I got a lot of books. I don't normally get books, but I'm happy with all the books I got, which is kind of weird.
What kind of books? What's the book you can't wait to start reading?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of them. I've already started reading most of them.
Okay.
I started reading Usagi Yojimbo. I got 5 huge saga books about it.
Is that a comic?
Usagi Yojimbo it's like a warrior rabbit.
Oh,
I feel
cool.
like some people know him.
Warrior rabbit?
Yeah.
It's really
fantastic.
Yeah, it's really hard to explain.
You did a great job of explaining it.
He's like a samurai, and it has a lot of culture and
no, it's very.
Japanese
I've seen this now that I've seen this before. It looks very cool, and you have a lot of there's a lot of it, right? There's a lot of volumes.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of it.
Wow.
Well, you got your work cut out for you, Everly. Now, 2023, Everly. Everly, what would you like to do this year? What's a big thing you'd like to do? Sally's goal is to move to Los Angeles. My goal is to meet Megan from the movie Megan. If I could only meet Megan. Do you see that? Do you see that trailer for Megan, Everly? Do you know that movie?
I've seen commercials for it. I haven't watched it.
I'm telling you. Well, it's PG-13. First of all, it's
I can watch it.
I'm just saying it's not R-rated. I'm not pushing an R-rated movie on a kid. That's all I want to make it clear.
Wow. I'm surprised it's PG-13.
There's a certain strain of horror movie now that's PG.
Interesting.
Happy Death Day.
Oh, I love that
too.
movie.
Did you see Happy Death Day 2?
Yes, I did.
I love both of those so
good.
much. Oh my God.
I love time loop stuff.
People don't know how good those 2 movies are.
I know.
The second one, it's like Back to the Future 2, but for horror.
Very smart.
Someday they'll realize.
I know.
That's why you need to live here so we can talk about it.
We can talk about it, and I can tell everyone
We
about
could show up at like the
Dr.
AMC
Sleep.
and be in the lobby.
Yeah, it's
talking
pitching
about
movies
it.
from
Did you see
6-7 years ago. Have you seen Dr. Sleep? It's
Yeah.
better than The Shining.
Yeah. And then people would be like, they don't work for anybody. They're just pushing movies that they kind of enjoyed.
We're in our coach soot and rags.
Yeah, we're just exactly. So Everly, 2023, what would you like to do? Anything?
Not really. Everyone keeps asking me that, but I can't really think of anything.
Summer plans? Any summer plans in the works? Family
just
trip?
hanging out with friends.
That's a good way to. That's good. It's good to hang out with friends.
Made a lot of new friends.
Oh, that's great.
This year,
That's nice. What's that like? I don't know.
What's that like?
Having a friend. Don't know. Don't know what it's like, Everly. Someday my wish will come true.
Did you make them at school?
No, I didn't.
Some of them
talking to Everly. Sorry.
Some of my friends I made at school. Some of them I made in other places.
Do you do any kind of like clubs or like extracurriculars?
I do a school of rock. It's like
Oh,
a band
yeah.
program. I met a
Everly's-
lot of my friends in that.
Paul Thompson. Paul Thompson.
Paul Thompson.
It is. It's his name.
You play bass. Is that correct, Everly?
Yes.
And you've done different songs. You've done songs about Gary the Squirrel. And what's... Did you like that Gary the Squirrel talk show, by the way? Did you like that?
Yes, that was awesome.
Oh, get ready. Get ready. All I'm going to say is Gary told me to tell you, get ready.
Oh, boy.
What?
It's coming back again, 2023. So what's going on at school? Or what's the most recent song you learned?
Most recent song I learned. I had to learn "Smells Like Teen Spirit" for Nirvana.
Okay.
I learned "Lithium," which was pretty hard, but it was really fun.
That's
one's
good.
really fun
That's
to
a
play.
good one.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm in a Nirvana band, so I know like a bunch of Nirvana songs now.
Mm-hmm. You know what's a good Nirvana
Not
song?
a huge Nirvana fan, but
You know what song's
I'm
a
not
good
like
one?
a huge Nirvana fan.
Oh,
so
you're in the band
Wait, what?
now. It doesn't even matter. Do you know that song, Floyd the Barber? You should check that song out. That's a good one.
I don't have that on my set list,
Nope.
but
Can
I'll
I-
check it out.
Everly, can I tell you the first song that I learned on bass that I think is a really fun song to play? Is the
What?
Love Cats by The Cure.
That's a good one. Boom, 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 boom. That's a good one to learn.
It is.
Everly, I wish I had more
Okay.
time to talk to you. You call back any other week and we will talk earlier in the show.
I have one more thing I need to say
Of
first.
course.
I have to grade you for the year.
For 2022, I did not release my self-review and the staff review because I give them all report card grades. They haven't heard their
Publicly?
report.
I have
Oh,
grade
public,
you.
of course.
You told
Oh,
you
no,
told
of
me
course.
you
Well,
told
why
me
would
to
I
grade
do it
you.
privately?
You told me to grade you.
I told you to grade me.
Yes, you did.
What's the grade?
A+.
A plus.
Oh,
well,
that's
look at that.
so great.
Look at that.
I was
Everly.
on the edge of my seat.
Yeah,
oh,
you
that's
got me.
fantastic.
Thank you, Everly. And I'm going to give you a grade as a caller. A double plus.
Wow.
Thank you.
And Sally, I'm going to give you a grade as a guest.
I'm not going to get an A.
See me after class.
A+.
Okay, no problem.
This is like written.
I need to work on
Is
it.
that the lowest point as a student? Everyone's like, see me after
They're
class.
glad.
You're like, oh no.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
Yeah. There's something wrong with
Yeah.
me.
Any kind of like math thing was always like, see me after class.
Oh, math. That's literally giving me anxiety just thinking about it.
Well, Everly, thank you for the grade. Happy New Year, and I will talk to you soon.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Final call, and then we'll wrap it up. And seriously, it's so much. I love having you on the show. Seriously,
That's really sweet.
You're so much fun
because
to hang out
I'm
with. and
self-conscious.
talk to.
That's
Well, you
very
should.
nice.
You're
I love
truly
you,
one of my
and I love
favorite
talking
guests.
to you.
You're truly one of my favorite people and guests.
So nice.
Best show. Hello,
Hi, Tom. It's Jason in North Carolina. How you
Jason
doing
in
today?
North Carolina. How are you?
I'm doing well. Just wanted to, I know it's late here. Wanted to wish you Happy New Year.
Oh, that's very sweet.
And I agree with Everly, A+.
Thank
That
you.
was
Very
definitely
nice.
the year of the rat bastard.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, we got the grades will be released next week, and I want everybody on Mike and Jason and Pat and Andrew and Brett, both Bretts. Everybody realize you're getting grades.
And they better have worked hard. You're kind of like
better work
Santa.
hard.
It's a little Santa-ish.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think.
I think so.
Thank you for that, Jason. Anything else? Anything else you want us to mention?
Yeah, you know, I want to say long-time listener, going back to early 2000s,
Wow.
first-time Patreon.
Thank you.
So what I've been doing the last couple weeks is binging so far, and I have to say, I can't believe you guys got through all that.
So Far, which is the Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young recap catalog review show that I did with Jason Gore and Pat Byrne and Mike, AP Mike. We went through every release of Crosby, Stills, Nash, or Young.
Oh, my God.
50 years of that stuff. Holy moly. Bad news. Look out.
I don't like any of it.
I didn't either. I like the Neil Young stuff.
Did they do Our House? That song, Our House?
They did.
That's a fantastic song. Oh, that's what I think.
We'll find out. Well, we'll get you on So Far to discuss
Just to
this.
talk about that one song.
Yes, we'll get you. You have to listen to everything just to talk about that one song.
You gotta do your research.
There's another good song in that mix.
Oh, tell me.
What's that?
Mutiny!
That's a catchphrase from the show. And now you get hung up on with love.
Oh, that's nice.
That was it's a Pat Burns catchphrase. Is mutiny.
And you have to say it like a mosquito, like
You
that.
have to say it. You have to surprise people with it.
Oh,
that's how
okay.
Graham Nash said it on something.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Good job, Pat.
Now, I want to say to the listeners, get ready. 2023. I got big plans for this dumb show. And I'm telling you, I said it and I meant it. If the best show don't work, if it ain't great, then I'm gone. 23 skidoo. 2023 skidoo. I'm holding myself to a high standard this year. Myself to a high standard.
And you're holding yourself to the standard. So, like, you're the one who decides if it's great or not.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No. And I love myself so much
Oh,
that I
yeah.
will be very kind to myself with my evaluation. I will not be cruel in any way to myself or beat myself up.
Right.
Focus on the one thing I got wrong
Oh,
versus
no.
10 things
Why
I
would
got
you
right.
do that? I
No.
told myself that I wasn't allowed to do self-deprecation when I came here because I was
Okay.
like, people don't like that. And that's
like
my
it-
reason for not doing self-deprecation.
They like it a little
Other
bit, but
people.
but after a while, you're just like, because sometimes with certain people, they're so self-deprecating. You're just like, you love yourself more than anybody I've ever met. They're just like,
'Cause you're
"Oh,"
obsessed.
yeah, because you're obsessed with yourself.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, stupid me. It's like, notice, stupid you, this you, that you. It's you. You're talking about you the whole time.
Yeah.
Sally Burtnick, what do you have for 2023 other than moving here? What's in the cards?
I hope I get to make some documentaries.
Mhm.
Been making documentaries for a little bit, and I hope I get to make some. It's not up to me.
Okay.
I have to pitch them. They get approved or denied.
Okay.
I'm researching cuckolding, trying to make a documentary about cuckolding.
Great.
And I want to stop finding Madison Cawthorn attractive. I think that
He's very handsome.
I know. That's the problem.
Is he the person? This is something I want to do as a topic in 2023. Who's the person that you hate that you're attracted to?
It's absolutely him. I think about this a lot.
I'm not even saying any of the ones in my
Okay,
thing.
give us one.
Hope Hicks.
I don't know who that is. Is she
Trump's
another one?
Trump's buddy.
It's always going to be a Republican. Like,
Oh no, of course.
yeah,
George Santos.
no. You find him attractive?
Well, I used to go to his club, Santos Party House. I used to go all the time.
Yes, me too.
Him and Andrew Dice Clay and Andrew
Mhm.
WK.
Yes.
And Andrew Dice WK. That's a character.
Yep.
Right there. That's my
Okay.
gift to the listeners 2023. Someone do Andrew Dice WK.
That's good.
White t-shirt.
Leather jacket. Yep.
So I was at the party house the other day. And my wife is like, I just want to party hard. And I'm like, hey, you want to party hard, you dunce?
I can't believe you did
So,
it.
I just did it. I took it off the table. I gave it and
So
I
good.
took it away. Everybody, happy 2023. Sally Burtnick. It's always great. Punk Rock
Thank you so
SNL
much.
is where people can find you on
Yes,
social media.
that's me on Instagram. Punk Rock
Amazing.
SNL.
And it's so great to see you again.
Thank you
And
so much for having me.
we will be back next week. Thanks, everybody. Next week's topic, get ready for this. Not joking. All the Tom Hanks characters in a fight. Who wins the fight?
Oof.
A fight to the death. If all the Tom Hanks characters, Larry Crown is fighting Forrest Gump.
Elvis guy, the Colonel from
Tom
Elvis.
Parker is now fighting a man called Otto. And
Castaway guy.
Castaway guy is now fighting the guy from The Burbs.
Yeah.
So that's next week on The Best Show. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll be back. Happy New Year. Bye. The Best Show is produced in partnership with the Forever Dog Podcast Network. The show is hosted by Tom Scharpling and features John Worster, Michael Lisk, Jason Gore, and Pat Byrne. The show is produced and written by Jason Gore, Pat Byrne, Michael Lisk, Brett Davis, John Worster, and Tom Scharpling. The Best Show is executive produced by Tom Scharpling, Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. Co-executive produced by Jason Gore and Pat Byrne, segment producer Michael Lisk. The show is engineered and mastered by Andrew Gleason and Wesley Knapp. Graphic design, video editing, and social media by Brett Davis. Website and technical support by Martine Sellis. And the show is recorded at Forever Dog Studios in Los Angeles. Support The Best Show on Patreon over at patreon.com/thebestshow. And follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Best Show 4 Life. That's Best Show number 4 Life. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.